N.O.R.E, just because we're such Chappelle fans and such Black Star fans, what happened with that tweet on Sunday, man? Stop with the bullshit. You can't bullshit me. I love you to death. You can bullshit them. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I wish I would have do that. I would have hung up on your ass.
No, RoryAndMal.
Welcome to another episode of the new RoryAndMal podcast. I am Mal.
I'm Julian.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
How was your weekend?
It was calm. It was very, very, very much calm.
Was it calm?
It was. I think I'm going to go in the streets this coming weekend, though.
Okay.
Me and Demaris, I think we agreed. I'm tired of coming in here saying I haven't done anything over the weekend, even though it is the truth. It's just, you know, I'm a fucking loser. I need to get out there.
I mean, what's going on in the streets, though? Like, honestly, what do you feel like you're missing?
I don't think I'm missing anything. That's why I'm content with not going out in the streets, but...
I think you just at that age, man, where you just, you know, just like, what am I really...
Yeah.
Dinner? You know?
I went to dinner this weekend.
Yeah. That's going out.
Yeah.
That's grown going out. When you get a little older, even though you're, what, 32?
32, yeah.
Listen, you're at that age where you're just tapering off. You can hit a little club now and every now and then.
Well, I think I'm going to
party.
I'm going to go to the old Stage 48. I don't know what it's called now.
Stage 50? 2 years older? I don't know.
It's a stage you're in.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not, no. Don't rush to 50. I'm stage 40.
Stage 40, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go, man. But it's people from my era when I went outside. Like, we're all going to go outside and be like, hey, like, how's life?
Yeah.
Do you have kids?
Mm-hmm.
Are you behind on
little
your taxes?
Little catch up session. Yeah.
That type of shit. Like, is your life falling apart too?
Yeah.
Like one of those. And then, you know, take a shot and be like, yo, let's catch up. And then we never catch up.
Right.
Until the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean,
but I'm going to bring Demaris and she can be around the old folk.
Yeah, Demaris has been begging me to go out and do something. I'm like, Demaris, I don't know what it is to do outside anymore.
But I feel like it'll be a lot of people from like the frat sorority college era of my life, which most of them went into finance. So I think Demaris could bag her like a guy that works at JP Morgan. Like one of those guys that never really settled down. Now he's like 40 something is like, yeah, man, it's time. Yeah. Let me find a baby D.
They're out there running around ready to take care of a little young, unsuspecting chocolate woman.
Keep them young.
Oh, man. You know the guys at JP are looking for a little taste of chocolate on the weekends.
Yeah, you know their pickup lines be like, hey, are you ovulating?
That's a sick. First of all, any man, call the authorities if any man asks you, are you ovulating, straight out the gate. Call the cops.
Well, what if you're about to have consensual sex with him and he wanted to know just in case?
In case what?
Like, he should be extra careful.
Is he not wearing a condom? Like, is this like
insert Trojan ad here?
Yeah.
I tell men when I'm ovulating.
Yeah, I think you should tell.
You tell men that you're already dating, not just random new guys.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
I think that's no wonder you're single.
No,
like, it's not working out.
See,
like,
I disagree.
I'm ovulating.
Guys you need
I'm
to tell.
calling an Uber.
At least the guy you're dating. At least
imagine a girl be like, "Hey, I'm Demaris and I'm ovulating." I'm like, "Hey, I'm all and my Uber is pulling up. I'm getting the fuck out of here." Like, I don't give a fuck if you're ovulating. What does that mean?
But I disagree with Demaris. She should tell not her personally, but the woman should tell the guy that she just met if she's about to have sex with. Because at least the dude you're dating, if a little slip up happens, y'all have a rapport. We can figure this shit out.
What's the slip up?
Just the stranger at stage 48.
Let's get into the slip ups.
What's a slip up?
When you slip it in and leave it there.
Yuck.
Raw, right? First night, just met her. Boom.
Oh, you've done that before.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank God. I was about to say, like, I know you're this fucking Mr. Safe guy.
I definitely went in raw on the girl I just met first night and then prayed to God the whole week.
Now, she should have been responsible, even though you weren't, and said, hey, Jamil, I'm ovulating. Yeah. You should probably pull out like 10 seconds before you even start to feel that tingly feeling.
Yeah. I mean, luckily for me, I haven't never had that scare and that, you know.
That you know of. You never had a pregnancy scare?
Not from a first, like, a hookup.
Oh, yeah.
No, hell no. Absolutely not.
There was one time.
I'll pull out a jerk off for 17 minutes before I come inside somebody, yeah. Absolutely.
Jerking off for 17 minutes.
She be looking at me like, just put it back in. I'm like, oh, no.
But that's not weirder than a woman saying, hey, I'm Demaris and I'm ovulating.
Why you put my name attached to this?
Because you're looking for a nice young man that you want to date and go to dinner with and just meet and have a good time. So.
I just wanted to have fun with the guy.
You still single?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you every week your updates. Because the guys be asking, like, every time they see a video of Demaris walking, yo, that's Baby D. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas is horny like that behind the keyboards?
For sure.
Oh, okay.
That's the horniest place to be, is my way.
Yeah, you're right. First and foremost, rest in peace to the legend. Happy birthday.
Yes, Nipsey Hussle.
To Nipsey Hussle. Happy 37th birthday. Got his Hollywood Walk of Fame. Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame today. So that was good to see that. Seen some comments in the comment section about people not feeling like Nip deserved it. If he was still alive, would he get it? You know how people. This is what the internet is for. But people just express their views and opinions. I'm happy that they honored him and gave his family this tribute.
Well, of course, I think Nip is very much deserving of it. But let's call a spade with certain things as well. Yes, death does make us honor people quicker than we typically would. That. I think Nip would have lived an even greater life had he continued on and would have gotten one eventually. But yeah, death has us honor people in ways that we wouldn't have yet at that time. So
yeah,
I think that's always a weird point, to be quite honest.
I mean, but that's what the internet is for. The internet is a place where people that shouldn't have an opinion and shouldn't have a voice to voice their opinion can get their shit off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just interesting to see people go back and forth about it. But either way, it's a huge tribute. It's a huge honor for Nipsey and his family, especially on his birthday. Yeah. So continue prayers to the family and salute to Nipsey on an honor as big as getting a star on the Walk of Fame, because that is not something that you should take lightly, and not many people have a star on the Walk of Fame. So congrats to Nipsey Hussle. Congrats to his family.
Do we have anything like that in New York?
Walk of Fame? When you walk down 42nd Street and all the dudes that's selling their CDs know your name.
In the Bronx, we have avenues named after people, like Big Pun Way on Fordham Road.
Yeah.
Is that a Walk of Fame, Eddin?
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
That's honorable.
They're doing more of that, which I do like.
Naming and they're streets after people?
Yeah, and not just rappers. I've seen it with like community organizers, coaches, teachers, and shit that matter. So I think that type of shit is cool.
Anytime,
I just feel like no one really calls it that though.
Yeah. No. It's only one Walk of Fame, and that's on Hollywood.
Have you ever Googled though? Like sometimes you'll see a random name on some random block in like Hell's Kitchen, and you Google that name and like find out who they are.
No, I've never done that, Rory.
Oh, I have.
You got to get out. You got to get out the house more.
No, I'm out the house.
See random
that's
names,
what I'm doing. I'm out the house.
You see random names and then Google them. Like, I wonder what this gentleman did.
Yeah, I want to know. I would like to know that type of shit.
No, he was just a drug dealer who got his head blown off, Rory. That's all he was.
What the fuck, Mal?
He said he sees their name on the wall, right?
Well, sometimes it goes down like
you know what goes down in Hell's Kitchen?
Hell,
Irish people getting their heads blown off.
Exactly.
But no, some of it I know. New York City, where the liberal, progressive, amazing city that would never do anything wrong. Mm-hmm. Some of that shit is like the statues in the South. I've Googled some people and I'm like,
it's not a friend.
Oh yeah. It sounds like the guy that slaughtered the Native Americans that once lived on Manhattan.
The Quakers.
The Quakers.
Put the oatmeal away, all right? Look at you, hungry.
They haven't, that's funny, they haven't canceled. They got rid of Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima.
But not the Quakers.
Not
because you know the Quaker did some bullshit too.
Quakers is just 100%. A French way of saying cracker.
I don't think the Quakers were French either. Though.
I mean, he had a French hat on. I don't know.
I don't think that was French either.
Can we get into music now?
All right, we'll get into new music. No, actually, no, we're not going to get into music. Rest in peace to Teddy Ray. Comedian Teddy Ray passed away over the weekend.
All right,
rest in peace.
Double cheeked up on the Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Teddy Ray, man. Wow. Really funny guy. I was sad. You know, it was sad to receive that news. Like, damn, somebody that's funny as he was and his personality and everything, you know, to hear that he passed away, it was sad. So rest in peace, Teddy Ray. Prayers and condolences to his family and his fans.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
I'm just still trying to figure out how I can get Demaris kicked out of Stage 48 for harassing men. I want to be the first person to see
women
a woman
don't get kicked out of places.
I know, but we're gonna
harassing men. She has to be drunk and be falling all over the place and do something stupid like that to get kicked out.
It's fine.
Just hollering at men. Women don't.
You don't think Demaris is capable of that?
No, I don't think Demaris will get drunk and get dragged out of somewhere. No, I don't think so.
It depends on who's in the party.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm scared to ask her. I don't even want to know what that means. Drink Champs released a episode with Chappelle.
Sort of.
Well, about 40 minutes of it, 30 minutes of it.
Well, N.O.R.E tweeted on Sunday that we were finally going to get the Chappelle and Black Star Drink Champs because I believe they recorded it, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, and that it was held up. But he also said there's 2 hours and 7 minutes that they had to edit out to be respectful to, I guess,
they had to edit out 2 hours?
Yes, and N.O.R.E put up a link, and by the time I clicked the link, the video was private again, so I'm not even quite sure if it came out, but I did see a leak of 45 minutes, which I think someone just ripped off what N.O.R.E posted. So I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't think if anyone else knows if N.O.R.E's addressed it.
He
put out a link that he said, this is the edit to be respectful to them, but y'all are going to get this. Hip hop needs this. And then it was off right away.
Yeah, see, that's a first because N.O.R.E doesn't, first of all, allow anybody to say what needs to be edited out, what needs to stay. I'm guessing that was in light of respect for Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, he was like, only Dave can do that. But 2 hours of edited, like footage that's edited out?
Yeah, two hours and 7 minutes was taken out, he said in the tweet. And 45 minutes from what I saw was the result.
N.O.R.E, I love you, man, but I would have just scrapped that whole shit. I don't. If you're gonna tell me to edit out 2 hours and 7 minutes or something, and I only have 40 minutes of content. Well,
from my understanding, it was going to be scrapped. Like they had said, it was on hold. I think as when Chappelle got smacked, they did like one of those PR things. Like we're gonna wait in respect to him getting smacked. Like
Chappelle got smacked,
or not smacked, almost tried to get smacked. Whoever ran on stage. Didn't he get touched at least?
No, he didn't get touched.
Okay.
They touched that guy.
Gotcha.
They touched
Never mind.
him
They
up
beat the
real
shit out
good.
of him. All right,
They
cool.
gave him a shape up.
So I don't really know. I would love to see Black Star and Chappelle. I would love to see just Black Star. I would love to see just Chappelle.
Yeah, I would have just scrapped it. I'm not. If I only have is 40 minutes, 45 minutes of a 3 hour conversation.
But what if it's a good 40 minutes?
Yeah, but I'm cool.
But I can totally understand some segments needing to be edited out. But what for 2 hours and 7 minutes needed to be taken out?
What am I editing for 2 hours? Like, what could they have possibly said that was like, nah, we got to take all 2 hours of that out of there?
But what if it's a good 40 minutes?
I mean, I get it, man, but
we're talking about like a fire 40 minutes.
Yeah, but 2 hours gone?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what could be that bad?
I would call N.O.R.E, but I don't know if the speaker
what's going to happen? Dave is going to get canceled?
Would work well.
Dave Chappelle can't be canceled. That's been proven.
Yeah,
well, we don't know if it was a Chappelle thing. Maybe Mos and Quali, there was something that they didn't want involved. Mos is a very private person. The fact that he even did Drink Champs, I was like, oh shit.
We don't even know what he does.
Yasin, I'm sorry.
Well, Yasin, yes. But we don't even, I'm just trying to figure out, we know 2 hours is gone. So let's talk about what do we think they needed to take away from this episode because they didn't want the public to hear, or Yasin doesn't give a Mos, for those that don't know, he doesn't care about people wanting to cancel him if he says something.
Maybe it's not a cancel thing.
He doesn't even live in this fucking country. He doesn't give a fuck.
I don't think any of them, Quali included, has been more vocal than all of them about not caring about getting canceled. That's why I don't think it's a cancel thing. There's got to be something in there personally related, not cancel related. Because you can't cancel the four of them.
But somebody didn't say, okay, let's stop talking about that. We got 2 hours of that. Like, y'all just kept.
I'm sure it was an array of things. It couldn't have just been one topic.
All right, but we know that. What the fuck can you talk about for 2 hours that was like, we got to scrap all of that?
I bet you those 40 minutes will let us know exactly what it was.
I don't know, man. It's just weird, bro.
Can you hear that?
I can hear that
It's just weird to edit out 2 hours of shit. Is all I'm saying. That's a lot of shit.
Look, if N.O.R.E don't pick up, it's going to be another thing for me.
Text me this morning. Yo. You fake on air. We're not really rolling, but we're rolling.
Oh, go ahead. You want me back?
No. I'm saying I want to ask you something on air if it was okay with you.
Oh, all right, cool. Why not? I'm a media guy.
N.O.R.E, just because we're such Chappelle fans and such Black Star fans, what happened with that tweet on Sunday, man? Stop with the bullshit. You can't bullshit me. I love you to death. You can bullshit them. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I wish I would have knew that. I would have hung up on your ass. Well, you know what? There was a miscommunication. I spoke to Dave this morning. I spoke to him this afternoon. So he was certain things that he wanted edited, and there certain things I wanted to add on. So he made a compromise this morning. So I feel like we'll have the release date tomorrow.
Okay,
you know
so
all right, so it is coming
to each other's crews. I'm sorry, what?
So it was 45 minutes that you posted and then put private, and then you said it was 2 hours left. How long of this interview are we getting, and why couldn't we get the full one?
Well, that's really up to tell you the truth. I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm gonna just tell you what it is. We were really out there to do a Black Star interview, and Dave came in and he actually turned it all the way up. But at the time, I think that his people were overthinking it because of the things that happened with the mass shooting. And I guess he didn't want to be seen like he's celebrating as these people got shot. You know what I mean? So he that was his care. So we and then there was just so much edit, and honestly, that was like the revolt edit right there, the 45 minutes. That was the revolt TV edit. But I just wanted the people to see it for a couple of days, and then it did the right thing because Dave's camp finally reached back out, and then Dave reached out personally, so we got to talk, and and sometimes that's really what it is. It's like, the artist got to speak to the artist too sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know how dope it is to have management and have your publicist and, you know what I mean, have the retail guy and the promoter. But sometimes it's just artist to artist because...
Save a whole month doing that.
It would have saved too much. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm a scary guy. Like, if you're a real legend and you're a real icon, I don't be wanting your number. Like, people have to force me to give you a number. I remember when I first got Lil Wayne number, he had to literally grab my phone and put it in and put his number in because I don't be wanting them to tell me no, or I don't want me to hit them and they not hit me back and then I take it personal. So I'd rather not have they number so many times, and I'd rather deal with they can. But from this experience, I realized artist to artist and in certain situations is better.
Okay, so it will be out by tomorrow, and it will be the somewhat full episode.
It would be somewhat full episode because I asked Dave for all the stuff that I want to pause to put back in the episode, and he kind of agreed with me because he kind of didn't know that all the edits that was taking place. But that's his camp. His camp has to like his camp is in the Dave Chappelle business, and they have to look out for him. Yeah. And but like I said, it's really mainly a Black Star episode with Dave making a whole bunch of great appearances, and it was like he personally did stand up for us. Yeah. So, when they being sensitive with certain materials, I don't live in Dave Chappelle world, so I have to respect that, and I have to, salute that, because after this episode comes out, guess what? I got to go right back into N.O.R.E's world, and they got to go back into the Dave Chappelle world and Black Star world. So, I in return never edit nothing and nobody, and I just sometimes take the beef and I say, so what? This is what Drink Champs is. We don't edit. But in this case, it was very special. Collins' case was very special, and I adjusted the show just a tiny bit, not too much, but just a tiny bit, because I understand that these guys are major public figures, and sometimes things get a little crazy.
I get it. How do you feel about the post Irv episode commentary from the internet?
I love Irv. Let's just be clear.
I bet you do.
Let's just be clear. His people don't want him nowhere near around me anymore. But let's just be clear. Like, Irv is a non-filtered person.
Sure.
And that just works. That works for Drink Champs all day. We really want people to come in the Raw. We want people to come in and get drunk. We want people to come in and play the game. And we want you to smoke. We want you to relax. But we also want you to take down your guard. We want your guard to be down. We don't want, and it's easy for me to get them to take their guard down because they recognize me from the locker room. You know what I'm saying? They recognize me from the championship game. You know what I mean? They recognize me from the platinum plaques. They recognize me from them hits. They know that I've been through what they've been through. But Irv is the golden goose. It's something that I'm very proud of. Is I got, I think, 2 Irv Gotti interviews, maybe 3, and then I got 3 Ja Rule interviews. One of the best things I've ever did was conduct a whole interview without them talking about their enemies. Like, they're real enemies. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I was very careful, because let me just be clear. Let me just say the name. I have a relationship with 50 Cent. So by me having Irv, I always be very, very careful. And I always make sure I don't ever bring up anything regarding a G Unit or 50 Cent, because I don't want that mess. To me, that's not the mess. That's not what I want to be a part of. You know what I mean? Now, when people see the real interview, you do see Ja Rule stopping Irv when he keeps calling the shots, the B word.
Absolutely.
When most people they're seeing the clips, and they're seeing that it didn't look like Ja Rule was holding it down. But if anybody really watched the actual interview, Ja Rule did stop Irv. And then Irv came back, and this was crazy. Irv, I know you didn't ask this question, but Irv came back and gave a 10-minute soliloquy of how much he was so offended that he kept using the word bitch. So that actually exists.
Yeah.
But to answer your question in its totality, Irv is my golden goose. I know how to crack them. I know what shots to give them.
Right.
I know exactly what weed to give them. But what the crazy thing is, and this is what's crazy, I don't even think I crack Irv. I just think that he's just there ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think he's there ready.
He's comfortable. He's comfortable with you.
N.O.R.E, he answered questions you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the third shot, I didn't even interview no more.
Exactly.
After the third shot, it was his interview, and I just maintained. But, you know, in all honesty, I think it's a lot more jokes and laughs,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, than it is seriousness. I know Irv hasn't picked the phone for me the last couple of 3 times I called, but it's not really that serious.
Right.
It's not your fault.
really
Right.
I mean, this is definitely not my fault. I didn't get him to say none of that.
Yeah.
Right.
But knowing you still have some messy left rack in you.
I mean,
Did you reach out to Ashanti?
Right. I've been trying to reach out. Ja Rule's one of my friends. I've been trying to, and then of course we want Ashanti. I mean, not to have a rebuttal episode,
for sure.
But we want Ashanti. Period. She's a legend.
Yeah.
Our platform is built on giving flowers to legends.
No, Ashanti should be on that regardless, but it would just be funny for the response.
The funniest part is I know Irv be thirst trapped. Be looking at Ashanti pictures on the gram.
Of course.
We ain't denied that. I just knew it was
Of course, man. You can't not look at Ashanti. That's impossible.
I don't trust anyone that doesn't look at Ashanti's Instagram.
Come on, man.
Word up.
But N.O.R.E, we're gonna get down there soon. We have to do our proper sit down.
Let us give y'all flowers, man. You know what I mean? I love how y'all maintain. I love how y'all stay positive. Y'all could have went to a negative route and did that, and you guys maintaining positiveness. You guys are out there working, and you know, if you need me on the show, well, I guess I'm on here now. Thank y'all for having me. And yeah, man. So I'm here.
Love, N.O.R.E.
When y'all done. All right, then, y'all. Y'all peace.
Something else happened that was interesting. Seen Doja Cat had tweeted at all you heathens. She was mad because you guys are attacking her because she shaved her head, she shaved her eyebrows, and she's going through this whole thing where she's just like, yo, listen, I just want to be comfortable. I hate my hair. Listen, you do what you want. You guys, you know, she said, and we have the tweet. I think I have the tweet here.
You have it in your favorites?
Absolutely.
You was really feeling the Doja tweet?
Well, I just thought it was interesting because I think a lot of females can, you know, they can relate to what she was.
Well, listen, as someone that has watched women in the upkeep of their hair, I will say the life of just getting out of bed and continuing with your day.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I love this side. I could never imagine making part of my day, week, month, year just dedicated to my hair to that time.
Yeah,
I like rolling out of bed.
She says, I won a Grammy and traveled the fucking globe. I've had a #1 and I went platinum. I make hit after hit after hit after hit, and all you want me to do is look fuckable for you so that you can go home and jerk your she's talking to Rory. So you can go home and jerk your cocks all day long while you live in your mother's basement. Go fuck yourselves.
You think this is directed? This is a sub at me?
She's definitely talking to you, Rory.
Well, I've never jerked my cock to Doja before.
Oh, you gotta try it
but I
sometime.
think she still looks, not that my opinion matters, I think she still looks fuckable with a shaved head.
Doja is a pretty woman. She's pretty. I mean, shaved head, she's still a pretty girl. I mean, I just, you know, fuck it. Do what the fuck you want. When you have a #1 and you go platinum, I think you're at that level where you can do what the fuck you want to do. It is what it is. See, Britney Spears did all of this, and y'all thought she was going crazy and all of this shit. See, Britney just didn't want to deal with her hair.
Britney was going crazy.
She wasn't going crazy.
But you realize this is part of, as much as we say, like, look at Doja talking to all the haters or whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah.
This has become part of her identity is
not giving a fuck.
Yeah, but not giving a fuck
You
to
said
the
wild,
people.
horny?
I said wild and quirky.
Oh, I thought you said
good?
wild and horny. I'm about to say, Jesus, how do you know Doja's horny? Okay.
No, we're the ones that are horny because we want to
obviously
jerk our cocks all day in our mother's basement.
I've never thought about jerking my cock to Doja. I think she makes dope records, but I never was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home, you know, turn on some Netflix and then jerk my cock to Doja.
But
Never thought about it.
The same way the Barbs are to Nicki, Doja replying to hate on the internet is part of her identity and part of her artistry.
Absolutely.
Like, people love her for this. This is not like, look at her standing up first. No, this is just part of
she doesn't
her,
care. Yeah,
her
Look at her
shit.
profile picture.
Yeah, she wants to do what the fuck she wants to do.
And I'm
Like, I
sure
get
this
it.
was said in a joking tone, so I don't really care. But
I mean, either way, she's killing the fucking charts. I know that.
I'm just not sure, like, what getting a Grammy and traveling the globe, how that connects to jerking my cock. These are two separate things, so I don't know if Doja really thought this one through. Because there's women that have never won a Grammy, haven't even won a Most Improved award in middle school. That they're not connected.
Well, I think
men will fuck bums and jerk off to bums.
Absolutely.
You giving me your resume doesn't really make me go crazy in my mother's
I think what
basement.
she's more so saying is pay attention to my art, my music. Like, I don't care what I look like. Like, I'm out here putting up fucking numbers, putting out hit records, dance to it, drive to it, travel to my music, whatever. But like, I don't care about. Well, jerk off to it if you want to, but she's like, listen, this is what the fuck I want to do. I've always wanted to shave my head, and so I did it. It is what it is. I respect it. That's a sense of freedom right there.
I agree.
That's what freedom and not caring and living on your own rules and not trying to conform to what the beauty standards that the industry kind of puts in play for female artists, that they have to look this way, they have to be shaped this way, they have to say this, they have to do that. Like, those is just like, listen, pay attention to the art. As long as the music is great, who gives a fuck what I look like?
But I don't know, maybe I'm a realist. I agree with you and her, but if you are a pop star, which Doja Cat is, I'm just explaining the world. I'm not agreeing with it. A lot of her music isn't for a lot of people, but she's still a pop star. So
Absolutely.
The appeal of why people would care and focus on maybe because they want to fuck you. I think there's plenty of men that didn't love Madonna's records, but they sat and looked at Madonna because they wanted to jerk their cocks all day long in their mother's basement. So I'm not saying
First of all,
I'm not saying it's right, and of course it's a double standard and all that bullshit. But yes, part of being extremely fucking popular and being a pop star, sure, I'm not saying what the standard of beauty is, but
exactly. So
if you make certain type of music that is skewed for the pop women, gay men, and just men that appreciate music, there is a huge fan base over here that's just fucking men that want to look at you and just be disgusting men. Right. But that's still part of the market. I know it's fucked up to hear.
But some men like
it's not right.
The shaved look, though. Some men like that.
I think she looks great.
Yeah, some men like the shaved look.
But I'm just saying, when you're saying, oh, just focus on the art. Like, that's not how this works, unfortunately.
I'm saying that's what she's saying. I mean, she doesn't give a fuck. And I listen, I'm for it. Who gives a fuck if I shave my head? She could put a wig on tomorrow. Like, who gives a fuck? She wants to shave her head. Yeah.
Pop stars would never wear wigs.
Well, yeah. So yeah, listen, I feel Doja Cat on this one. And who's jerking off in basements? Like, you can hear everything above you while you're jerking off.
Well, you got to focus. It's
if your
tunnel
bedroom's
vision.
in the basement, then
Yeah, but is it people walking around upstairs in the kitchen?
You put headphones on.
Put on headphones.
Who, you jerk off with headphones on?
That's not the point.
That was a yes, by the way.
Definitely a yes. And look at him. He has headphones on.
He has them on now. Now I'm really creeped out.
I don't
Those
use
same
these.
headphones?
No, I mean,
Okay.
kind of.
So we got some new music over the weekend. A lot of new music, actually. I think I read something that's projected that Rod Wave will have the #1 album. Is that right, Julian? So far?
yes, Julian says yes.
I like that name, first and foremost. I think that name is super dope, Rod Wave.
It's the wave.
I think he could do a lot with that name, with that brand. I'm not really a big fan of Rod Wave. I don't listen to a lot of his music. I've listened to, obviously, some of the bigger songs and shit like that. But I did listen to this album. Huh?
Like, what do you like about the name? Are you more on like the Rod side or the Wave side? Like, what's your...
I just think it's, if somebody be like, yo, that's my man over there, that's Rod Wave. It's kind of like, okay. You expect like a cool nigga to walk through the room and be like, my man Rod Wave is about to come through.
Okay, but we usually shorten names, especially when it's two names.
Yeah.
Is it wavy, no pun intended, when Rod comes in the building?
Yuck.
Nah.
So I'm just asking which part.
ASAP.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, gosh.
Nah, that wasn't, we're not going to call him that. We're not going to call him Wavy. Nah.
Rod,
But I like Rod Wave. I like that name. I did download the album. I did listen to it. I'm trying to get into the artists that I don't really listen to a lot. But I don't know. It's something about Rod Wave that I just haven't connected to yet.
He's projected at 120 to 140?
Yeah, he's
Oh, that's
projected
fire.
to
Wow,
120,
congrats to him.
140.
I didn't
Congrats to
listen,
him. That was
congrats.
those are huge numbers. But yeah, I downloaded the project and I was trying to get into it over the weekend.
The thing I did see was, I think he did an interview. I'm not quite sure who it was with. I'm sorry. But he said he took his verse off the Lemon Pepper freestyle with Drake.
Yeah.
Because he ain't want to get washed.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that.
Oh, absolutely.
I really respect that.
You gotta respect that.
Like, yeah, I'm cool. Appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah, but I know.
Give
what
me a
Drake
little
ready to
time.
do. Yeah, I'm not ready for that feature yet. Let me just, and that takes a sense of knowing where you are as an artist. And also like, yo, listen, you know what? I know this platform standing next to Drake. I know how many people are gonna hear me. And if I feel like what I wrote and where I'm at, like my creativity right now is not up to par, I'm not gonna let these millions of people hear me like this. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Whereas I don't think Jack should have taken his verse off, but I'm glad he went back in and added some more bars and then said, hey, we may need the Kentucky Derby as a video to distract them from this washing that's taking place.
If I'm gonna get washed, it's gonna be at the Kentucky Derby.
In a suit.
I get it. That was a good move. That was a great pivot.
So yeah, as much as I don't know too much about Rod Wave, I did see that and I did appreciate the self-awareness of not being ready for certain records and like I'm not just gonna take this opportunity to take it and it fucking fail.
Either way, Rod Wave, congrats. Those numbers are huge.
Who's on the project? Oh, so Jack is on there.
Jack Harlow's on there. And
not a lot of features.
Yeah.
120 to 140 with very minimal features. Shout out, congrats.
That's not easy to do.
Hell no.
That's not. So yes, I made sure because I've seen a lot of people talking about him, and like I said, I've heard the bigger songs, the bigger singles, but I never really got into a full project for Rod Wave. So I'm trying to like get into new artists and see what their whole thing is about. So Rod Wave, I downloaded the project. Beautiful Mind, available now in your DSPs, and he is projected to have the #1 album this week. So congratulations to him and his team.
I'm sure you didn't get a chance to listen to it because you had your streaming farm duties as a barb over the weekend where you were buying new phones over at AT&T and just setting them up around the house, repeat.
And playing the Nicki record?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't see the numbers that came out for the song?
I did see. I think it was whatever streaming stat they always add when a big artist puts something out. The most stream for a female in...
On Halloween. They always make it that.
No, it's always a LeBron
on a full
stat.
moon. That's the most streams ever on a full moon by any artist to ever come out in the winter solstice.
Yes.
You know, shit like that. But yeah, I heard the Super Freak record. Nicki, it's not for us. I don't think it's for guys to be banging. You wouldn't come to the crib and hear me banging Super Freak. But Demaris couldn't stop twerking all day.
Shocker.
To the Super Freak record.
I can lick it, I can ride it while I'm slipping and sliding.
Why do every girl think they got the slippy slotty?
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
It's a confidence thing. You should always feel.
Thing.
I'm not gonna hop on a track and say, yeah, I got that average pussy. Like, who's doing that? Like,
I would love that.
I would love to hear
I
that.
respect that.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm like, yo, here's a woman who knows herself.
transparent.
Like, here's an artist that knows herself. See, Rod took himself off the track. He was like, yo, I'm not even doing that. We respect it. We like, yo, you know what? Let me go listen to this. Here's a kid that knows himself. If a girl came on, a female MC was like, yo, listen, my box is all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, yo, I'm fucking with her.
Some days
I like this. I like her. You know what I'm saying?
Some days my box doesn't really hit like that.
Yeah, like, you know, my box is cool. You know what I mean? It get wet, but you might have to, you know, eat it a little bit. You know what I mean? Start it up, warm it up a little bit. I respect that. But women now, they come, oh, I got that gushy wet. No, you don't.
Grip.
Nigga, my man hit that and he didn't say nothing like that. He did not say it was gushy. He didn't say that.
He did not get on a podcast 20 years later with an engraved watch and say how crazy that shit was.
Yeah. He didn't do it. Like, Ashanti is the only one with the gushy so far. Let's just be real.
In her words, it's that good, but whatever.
She said that?
It was a callback to one of her songs.
Oh, I thought she came out and said that. I'm about to say she's gangster. If that's all she said in response to that, like, yeah, you know, I got that good. But like, I'm going to download every Ashanti song right now.
And I don't want to shit on women because I already know what time it is with me, but women swear they're super freaks. And then it'd be like, oh, we could fuck in the car. I'm like, whoa. Crazy girl over here.
You're living
like
life
that's
on the
when
edge.
they think they're like some crazy freak and then you find out they're not. But yeah, I guess this Rick James song featuring Nicki Minaj, again, it's not for me. I see the barbs love it. That's all that matters. I'm interested in the album. I'm not interested.
Yeah, I want to hear the project. I know
how this goes. We have to do this type of single.
Yeah.
So I'm cool. It's not for me.
I'm not gonna let y'all keep letting Nicki get away with that shit. You gotta do this type of single. She has to do this type. No,
I don't think she does.
Nicki
but
doesn't.
I
she
get
doesn't have to, but I see why she did it. Like, of course, she got an album coming. Like, this song is big. It's streaming everywhere right now. It's breaking numbers, obviously. Like, I get it. Yeah, give them that. You got to give them that poppy, that pop rap shit.
All right, Demaris, I'll give that to you. Because it's working so well, who the fuck am I to say that she's above this? But I do think Nicki's artistry, especially at this age, is well above the song.
And this is not, but
I think Nicki is way better than this record. But who the fuck am I to say that when it's
a single
streaming crazy?
It's not like the whole album sounds like. Now we don't know, but I'm pretty sure the whole album is not going to sound like this.
Oh, why y'all didn't shoot Drake that same bell when Staying Alive came out and y'all critiqued that?
Staying Alive.
When I said that the song stinks?
Yes.
What's Staying Alive?
That's the Khaled.
See, you
drink.
already forgot.
Yeah, but that song, no, that's just
Sure
not a
was
good.
ass.
No, it first was a different BPM. First of all,
Yeah,
like altogether, it just changes the whole energy of the record. Don't like it.
that shit was ass.
I don't like it. It is what it is. Love Drake, love Lil Baby.
Wait,
but
what's your point of Staying Alive versus this?
You're saying, oh, it's a single. It doesn't matter. It's, it's just a single. You got to do that.
Oh,
Why you
okay.
gotta shoot Drake?
We not saying
No.
we love. Did we say we love this record? Nobody said that. We understand you don't like Nicki. We get that. We understand.
Don't put
We
that on me.
know you
I'm
don't
a
like
barb.
Nicki.
Don't put
We
that
know.
on
No,
me.
you're not a barb.
No, yes,
You're
I
not a
am.
barb.
Don't put that on me.
No, you're not.
Don't put that on me.
He has all the membership
I'm
fees.
the vice president of the Barbies. Like, you're not a barb. We don't have your paperwork anywhere in
Lil
here.
Nas X, the president?
She's not even in here. No paperwork is nowhere
It's
in
a
here.
Michael K. Williams book.
Oh, my bad.
Which is available now. Well, I think it's available now. Please check this out. Michael K. Williams.
Rest in
Scenes
peace.
from My Life. Rest in peace. His memoir that he wrote before his death.
With John Sternfeld.
Yeah, I'm excited to read that.
Yo, look at Mike on the back.
I know.
You know Mike used to be in the clubs going, he sweated that silk shirt out in 10 minutes, dancing, shaking his ass all
Took a
night
couple
in the
things
club,
home that
for
night.
sure.
All right, but see, Demaris, to your point, weird transition. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, Mike was a super freak.
This is
Makes
working.
sense.
This is where your argument goes away. Super Freaky Girl is working. It broke every Spotify record ever or something.
And it's not for me. I'm not banging this. I'm a barb. I love Nicki,
Do
but
we
I'm not
think
banging.
Staying Alive is working?
Hell no.
Nah.
So I can critique that and be like, hey, you probably could have went a different route. Hindsight's 2020. This, I would say, as a Nicki fan, I think she's better than this record. I think she's better than the obvious sample and the Freaky Girl lyrics.
But
It's working, so let me shut the fuck up.
this is playing the game. This is gonna do well on TikTok, and it's a different.
It's doing amazing on TikTok, actually.
Of course it
So,
is.
do you
This is
think-
This is what this is for. Like, I know what this is about.
I'm the resident
I want to
TikTok.
hear. I want to hear the album though. Them album cuts when Nicki talking her shit, and that's the shit I wanted. That's for me. That's when
Why-
she talking to niggas like me.
Why,
This is for y'all. Get on your TikTok and do your Snapchat shit and all that other shit.
Old Nicki, she was talking to you.
Old Nicki, is that the name of a record?
See, you're not even a barb.
He ain't
You're
no
not
barb.
even
That's
no
why
barb.
I'm paying attention, bro.
What do you
Cat.
mean?
It's cool, bro. You're not a barb.
The record, Old Nicki?
Listen, you're not a Reloaded fan.
What? Are you crazy? Come on, man.
Am I a Nicki fan? Pull up and see, that's TikTok. All right, sorry. Anyway,
Why do you guys think
See?
she didn't do a video with this?
Do we know if she did a video?
She didn't.
she might have one coming.
No, I think there's one coming. I'm saying, but typically,
They drop
Nicki, especially with singles,
She definitely has a video for
a
this.
single that would be super free. I get that, but it didn't come out with a single, and usually that's a driving force. I hate saying that word, but for
You like
female
saying driving
rappers,
force.
it's very industry.
You love saying
Driving force, the blazing hip hop and R&B.
You love it.
But yeah, with women rappers, they usually do the video with a single, especially if it's a Freaky Girl record.
Nicki's definitely gonna have a video for this.
I
You
agree.
have to
I'm
have a video
asking
for
why do you guys think she didn't do it when it came out?
this. Oh, I mean,
Because
I
it
don't
usually
know.
comes the day it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know.
probably took
that
too
I
long
can't
to
speak
edit.
to. Yeah, but she definitely has a video coming for that. Record is too doing too well to not have a video for it.
Do you think she's gonna do verse swaps with Tekashi?
That's kind
For
of
the
weird
album?
that you just threw his name out there like that.
Yeah.
Are you wearing? No. Okay.
I'm not wearing Tekashi.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were saying a cologne.
No, a wire.
what that smell like?
Not a cologne, a wire.
I just want to know if she would do verse swaps for the album.
Do you
I
guys,
hope not.
Do you guys have any idea how to make, like, I feel like music has a really short shelf life these days. Singles, everything
does.
gets forgotten so fast. Like, we forget about shit so fast
albums
after it
get
comes out.
forgot
Albums
quicker.
Exactly. So do you guys have any ideas how artists could extend that? Or like what's next in
Stop
trying-
chasing trends. Like, I think artists need to stop chasing trends. One artist that had one of the probably, if not my favorite rap album of the year so far, Vince Staples. He didn't chase no trends. He not looking for TikTok. He not looking for hashtags and all that other shit. He just putting out good music, good bars, good verses, good production.
But that can only take you so. That takes you to your core.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need to. Sometimes
Oh,
you
I
just
agree.
focus on who's here.
I agree,
Like,
but
we
some
ain't-
artists aren't comfortable.
everybody will follow. Niggas will fall in line and follow suit and catch up later. But like, don't chase, because now when you chase a trend and then you look back 4 years, you be like, yo, I didn't even want to do that shit.
Of course not, but some artists within their deals and what they owe back to their label can't just go after their core. They got bills to pay,
Yeah, no, I
or
get
they're
it.
going to get sued. So yeah, all right, let's do the TikTok dance.
I get it.
Because not everyone has a Nicki Minaj core,
Absolutely.
and she's still playing the game.
Well, Nicki built her core.
Oh,
Like,
I
we
mean,
know
of
that
course.
she, you know that.
But I'm saying, look at her core. No matter what, when Nicki puts something out, the barbs are showing up regardless. And she still, to some degree, as we're saying, with this record, is playing the game.
and understandably so. She's that
Which is
big
okay.
of a
And I don't
star.
say that.
Yeah.
I know people take that in a bad way. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it in a bad way.
No,
Like Drake plays the game.
Nicki is a superstar, so she has to. It's a certain level that she has to hit every time. But even Nicki, I think that she still focuses on her core audience, though. Like, let me hit the core, and then sprinkle in, you know, the other shit that'll go viral, the TikTok shit, the TikTok records, and all of that.
Nicki's core is gonna love everything Nicki does, regardless. So
And I feel like Nicki was making TikTok records before TikTok.
Sure,
Definitely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so this is not too far away from who Nicki is.
Oh no, I don't think this is too far.
Yeah,
from,
no,
I don't think
this is Nicki. But I just know that when the album comes, she's gonna have those album cuts on there that are for guys like me. Like, okay, I fuck, she getting off, she spitting her shit on there.
Mhm.
Like, that's all I'm looking forward to. This is cool. I understand what this is for, but I'm waiting for the album.
All right, let's get to your man's.
Who else came
I'm
out?
sitting at the
Game.
edge of my seat, waiting for
The Game. So
Your
we
Game
talked about
review.
the Game album. It came out 31 tracks when we got the track list. It came out. I downloaded it and then it disappeared because I think they took a track off.
No, all right. Before we get into the review, I did want to bring that up, but since you brought it up first, was this the doings of Whack 100?
Explain.
So over the weekend, I went to the Game album,
Mm-hmm.
and typically when you go to albums, let's just use Apple Music for an example. You go to albums and it has everything there.
Yeah.
There was 2 Game albums, both with the little E thing, which means it's not the edited version, like
Explicit.
It's explicit. When you clicked one of them, it was just the record with Blueface. I would click the whole album. This is the whole weekend. It wasn't just my phone. It was
Mhm.
other people's as well. You would click Drillmatic,
Mm-hmm.
the first one, and it would be Game featuring Blueface 38 Special.
Mm-hmm.
Then the one next to it, which was also explicit, was the full album.
Mhm.
But the first one was just the album with just Blueface and Game.
You didn't get that
if
album?
you
You didn't
go,
download-
if you go,
You didn't download
to the
that
common
album?
denominator
Mhm.
between Game and Blueface,
Krishan.
Sean.
who's Krishan?
Oh, see, he ain't gang. You ain't.
No,
Blueface
I'm not.
gang.
I'm not gang. I am not gang. Is that something to do with the Crips?
No, that's Blueface's girlfriend.
Oh, the one that like beats up his mom and shit. I shouldn't laugh when I say that. I just saw the headline. I was like, Jesus
That
Christ.
was weird. You laughed at that. You
Well,
need help.
I thought it was
Do you and your mom have something to talk about? Like, you think it's
No.
funny beating up moms?
no, and I would never let a woman beat my mother up.
Okay. You would beat her ass?
Well, I think it's a fair
Go ahead,
fight
say
because
it.
Blueface's mom is from the picture looked like she's still in shape. Like, was it a fair fight?
I don't even know. Did they fight?
Yes.
Like more than one? I felt like a couple rounds. It was just the Blueface and Game record, and I thought, what is the common denominator here?
And you thought Whack had something to do
Whack 100 went to DSPs and said, all right, we're going to run up the streams on this Blueface and Game record. It's going to be its own album.
with it? Yeah, like I downloaded it and then I went to listen to it and it said this album, this is not available in your. I was like, what? Like,
They clearly had some type of issues, and I'm not saying Whack did that purposely, but if he did, hats off to him because that's fucking hilarious.
I thought maybe a sample or something didn't get cleared or something
Well,
happened. Like,
I do know that Black Sam had gotten, this is allegedly, it's the internet, so I don't know if it's true. Black Sam had gotten Nipsey's either record or verse taken off the album once it came out.
Oh,
So that
okay.
could have had something to do with
absolutely.
it. Because
I knew it. I know it disappeared, and then I had to like download it again, and it was 30 tracks.
Yeah.
Why did you get it taken off? Anybody know?
We just said it. Are you listening, Demaris?
Oh.
You're fired. Get out.
You want to know my guess?
Yes.
Would be Whack on Clubhouse talking about those allegations of Nipsey that I won't even bring up.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Whack has had some things to say about Nipsey for the past few months, so I can see Black Sam saying, "Yeah, that your client's not getting a verse. Sorry."
Yeah.
It's like, I think
Sounds
that's
like
a pretty
politics.
easy.
It sounds like politics for sure.
And I don't know if that is the case, but that's the obvious one to go to.
So to the music,
Yes.
31 tracks. Listen, don't really like the album, and I was really looking forward to it. But going into it, 31 tracks, I knew it's just too much fucking music to listen to, too much to pick through. It's a couple tracks that are good. I think if you take those couple tracks and make it one album, you got a better project. 31 tracks. I mean, I like the joint with Ruby Rose. I like the
well, she's not on it.
no,
It's
the
just
name of the
titled-
song is
just
Ruby
titled.
Rose.
It's not with
I
her.
said I like the joint Ruby Rose.
Oh, I
That's
thought you
what
said with Ruby Rose.
No.
But I like her music.
You like Ruby Rose's music?
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
her voice. She has a really good voice.
Yeah, it's a couple tracks on here that are good, but for the most part, it's some that I don't care to go back to.
Which ones?
Why do you think it's trash?
I think it's too much music and not enough of it is good. Out of 30 tracks, I mean, to have a good project with 30 tracks, I would guess that 20 would have to be really good.
And how many would you say are actually good, in your opinion?
I think if you make this a 12 to 14 track
Yeah.
album, you get a
Half.
really good album.
That sounds like a
Take
six.
half.
Yeah. But I think if you knock it down to 20, 18, you get a cool album.
It's just too.
I don't know how to judge
But this
an
is the
album of
thing.
this amount, but
this is what happens when you have this many tracks. It's like by the time I get to track 26, I done forgot about track number 12.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what song it was. Like, so it's like, and that's the gift and the curse. So it's dope that you were able to put together this many records and get this many features, and you know the production is pretty good for the most part on the album, but the songs and it's just not.
you know what? It's funny you mentioned that. This is probably one of the first extremely long albums that I remembered exactly which records I liked and which ones I want to go back to. I don't know if that was because of the features were so recognizable, but like I can look through this track list just listening to it 2 or 3 times and know one time Easy, Voodoo, Outside.
I like the joint with Jared.
How Far I Came, Heart vs. Mind, No Smoke in the Pole Lounge is fire.
Yeah,
No Man Falls.
Save the Best for Last. That's with Ross, right?
Yes.
Like that joint. I like the last
Father's
joint
Prayer is
with
cool.
Chris Brown.
I will say though, we have to stop putting incomplete Kanye West verses on all these albums. You can tell they're incomplete. You could tell he went in there and did not finish it. It's just shit on a hard drive.
Nah, that's just Jay getting his shit off, and that was it.
No,
That's
he
the end
did.
of the verse.
He started to get his shit off, and then he went to the bathroom. And
Yeah.
never came back.
He had to go put on his rubber boots.
Dreezy cleaned up Kanye and Game.
Love Dreezy.
Yeah, she's fire. But I think there's joints on here.
It's a couple joints.
I
on
just-
here. But it's just 30 tracks. So if
You
it's
could
only
tell-
a couple joints out of 30, that's not a good project.
You can tell the ones that Kanye was involved with as far as production. You can tell the ones Hit Boy was involved with production. And then the ones that weren't.
Hit Boy only did what, 5 joints on here?
And I like those 5.
It's like I thought this was gonna be like a Hit Boy and Game project, like the whole joint.
No.
Hit Boy, Yeezy. I was about to call him Wayne for some
About to
reason.
call him
Yeezy.
Kanye.
Yeah, I was about to call him Kanye. Yeezy, Hit Boy, and there were a couple others too. Like it was never just a Hit Boy project.
I thought that this was gonna be heavy Hit Boy produced project. I didn't think he did every joint, but I thought he was gonna have more than 5 songs on here.
I think they kind of led with that, like for promo reasons, because everybody is looking for Hit Boy collaborations right now. So I think he wanted you to think that.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like that's what I'm saying. If him and Hit Boy lock in they do 10 joints together.
What is our obsession with obvious samples in the past 5 years?
I think
And granted,
I think people just like samples because they remind you of the original and you love the original so much. It's a legendary song, and if somebody did it over, their rendition of it probably was dope. So now you want to do the more current version of that.
Right.
But it's just getting to a point where we're sampling samples that are sampled by samples that were
yes.
sampled.
And my thing is, all right,
And it's
because I'm going to
just
sound
like-
like a hypocrite because the hip hop and
then we love Game. I don't want to sound like we shitting on Game because we love
I'm
Game.
not talking about Game right now, but I am going to get
But
to
we
the
talking about the
records that are on here that I feel
Yeah.
are like that. The hip hop I grew up on did sample a lot of soul and R&B that was obvious samples to the generation before me and to some degree me growing up in a household of parents that played music.
Well, hold on. Before you get into that, Rory, hip hop does derive from the breakbeat sampling.
yeah.
So
It's the breakbeat and the disco record. Yeah,
it's
for
the
sure.
DNA of hip hop sampling, but it's becoming a bit
Repetitive.
much.
Yeah.
It's becoming a bit and too blatant. It's like it's not even remake. It's like they changed the BPM a little bit.
It's
the
not
same
even
record.
that. They
Yeah.
added one snare or added an extra bass into it.
Like one pitch higher.
Right.
And I think just sampling, I don't mind sampling within the genre,
Mhm.
but completely taking records from the genre is weird to me. Like, even like when Puff and the Hitmen were doing all that, yes, they were taking from other genres and making it hip hop.
Mhm.
Now we're taking hip hop and just putting a new verse on it and calling it a new song. Like, listen, man, that Bone Thug sample.
Thuggish Ruggish Bone?
I have Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need Game and whoever else is on that shit. Wayne, I love Game. I don't need them to just rap on that. If you're gonna do that, go to LA Leakers, bring up the Thuggish Ruggish Bone beat, and go off. I don't need a song that is the most obvious fucking sample.
Yeah.
As much as I actually did not mind the ASAP Money Cash Clothes shit, I don't know if I'll ever go back.
Mm-hmm.
Money Cash Hoes, I will be going back to for the rest of my life.
Yeah. That still bangs.
And I can't blame Game for this because this is the new shit. Even Nicki doing that with something outside the genre. It's just the fucking same song.
It's the same song. It's the same. And that's what it is. It's like, I get it. I understand hip hop derives from, the break beat and sampling and all of that. But I think that there are a lot of producers, there are a lot of artists that are so great and they're not doing the heavy sampling shit. And it's like they don't get the same notoriety.
Remember when it was cool if you knew the sample? Or you could tell someone.
If you were able to figure it out.
Yeah. Remember when it was cool to find that shit out?
Hell yeah.
Now it's the same record. Same song. So yeah, I think if
I don't know, for the younger generation, maybe this is the way it was for me when I was their age and I didn't know every record that was being sampled, even though this is obvious samples. Maybe, not to say Game goes for the younger crowd, but Nicki, for example. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's plenty of people that did not know any Rick James songs and are like, wow, Nicki created an amazing hook.
I don't believe that. Who doesn't know Super Freak?
Yeah, Old Navy sampled it.
I'm about to say, who doesn't know Super Freak? Like, it's one of the biggest fucking records ever.
But on the Game album, those are the real ones that I just dislike with the complete obvious shit. But if
it's
Game,
a couple joints on here that are dope.
If Game just gets rid of those, I do think there's some shit on here.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too many tracks, 30 tracks, that's a lot. But the highlight of the album
is this, right?
Yo, what up? Yeah, I just wanted to check back in with you. You know, that feature thing's probably not going to work out.
Probably not going to work out.
We can learn so much from Aubrey.
Yuck.
Listen,
Drake might be the GOAT at canceling plans.
I can't wait to get my voice note off like that. Yo, this is Mal. That dinner thing, it's probably not going to happen right now. It's probably not going to happen.
What a perfect way to say, yo, I'm not doing a verse for you.
Yeah, no, listen, he changed the game with that. It's like now we know, like, oh, this is how you cancel plans.
And this is, I know we go back to toxic and honesty thing. Typically, I'll do the ghost thing, which I'm not proud of sometimes. When I really don't want to do something, I'm like, oh, fuck, let me just not reply.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
I hate that I do that sometimes.
I do too. It's actually really rude and I need to
fucked
change
up.
it.
God damn it, Mal.
But this right here, this is a master class in respect and avoiding something that he should inevitably know is like, I wasn't going to do this.
Yeah.
Just got a lot going on. I was all over Europe. I had to do like the Visa Central Pay.
Do we think it's the tone?
Money. Yeah.
All right. Remember when
he sounds worn out. He had a great time living life.
You know what I think he's pulling from? Remember when you were fake sick? Like, to not go to school and shit.
You had to put that voice on.
Like, he would try to put.
Yeah.
I've never applied that to canceling plans or not doing something for somebody. Like, yo, bro, he's just like, you know how it is right now.
Yeah, damn.
Yo, I'm working for the Ministry of Defense. I said, what? He told Game, yo, I can't do your album, dog, because like I'm defending Canada right now.
And what do you say to that?
You can't say nothing to that.
And even with this tone, what do you say to it?
I'm sorry.
You know, I had to live that saga of my life.
That saga of my life. I've had a few sagas in my life. Yo, listen, I can't make dinner. Last night it was a saga going on.
Man, can you imagine like just cheating on your girl and being like, yo, it's like I needed that saga in my life with them.
Yeah, nah. That we're using the wrong words, Eddin. That's what we're doing.
Right.
We're using the wrong words.
Last night was a trilogy.
Yeah. Last night, yo, it was an episode. Like you can't say it was a lot going. You're like, yo, it was a fucking episode last night. Yeah, it was a fucking. It was a documentary last night. You had to be there.
Played a new album. You know how that goes.
I played the new album.
By the way,
know how that goes.
By the way, this is a very underrated tactic that he's using that like used car salesmen use and anyone that's like in sales. You find something that you know that they'll agree with.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I had to play the album. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
And now you sitting here
You're an
agreeing
artist.
like,
you can relate. You're
like,
an artist.
damn, maybe he can't do that verse because I know what it's like to play an album.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I thought that was genius. I thought it was funny. And I do think that was planned. I don't think that was real.
You know, I just acquired like a bunch of new properties, so I'm just
Have to add real estate into it. The word acquire.
those deals.
Yeah, 'cause
Negotiating.
because you can't get mad at somebody if they acquired a bunch of property and they're trying to like make sure everything is like going great with their fucking investment. What are you gonna say? Yo, fuck your investments. Give me my verse.
Right.
All right,
You can't say that.
as someone that's been in escrow, there is a lot of time to lay a 16.
No, there's a whole lot of time. The time he spent doing that voice note,
This
go
shit
in the
is
booth and record-
140.
That's a feature. That's a verse. Like, why didn't you just do that to a beat?
I just made $1 million
Working on the
bet.
side with the Ministry of Defense in Canada, so
The Ministry of Defense.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to tell somebody, yo, I had to go to the UN.
Obviously, you know, I still do music too.
I still do pods too, so you know what I mean. Like, it's obvious that I still do my episodes every week, so I can't really do dinner tonight.
Hey,
Because yo, Maul's like, yo, I still protect Fordham campus.
Yeah,
I'm still campus security. Like, you know,
yeah, I'm still head of security on Jerome Avenue. Don't worry about it.
yo, it's freshman orientation this week.
That shit was funny. I do think that it was planned. Though a lot of people I seen talking about it, and he's like, "Damn, that's fucked up, Drake." I'm like, dog, if y'all think that Drake really was serious in that fucking voice note, y'all.
I
fucking crazy.
think that's actually 100% real, not
No.
planned. And I think Drake was dead serious. And that was a masterclass in telling a friend and someone that he respects, I'm not doing a verse for you this time.
I think that was planned. I do think he was like, yo, listen, I'll send you a funny voice note or something saying that I couldn't do the feature. We'll have fun like that. That is not a real voice
let's
note.
say if it wasn't planned, do you have to get permission for that to be cleared out?
Well, the
Absolutely.
next thing I was going to bring up, I would love to see the paperwork
right.
on
I'm
that
getting a voice
interlude.
note, Phil.
Drake's
Like-
interlude.
a
Like,
voice
how
note.
much does Drake get on the back end of that? Like, what's the publishing splits? Who's the producer? Does Game, like, if that's you somewhere else,
Who
does
engineered
Game
it?
get royalties on it?
Yeah.
Getting royalties off a voice note is sick.
I
And
mean,
why? Don't call me Drake with the braids on my voice note.
Well, he's Drake and he has braids now. And he was
And it
on a
was a voice
super
note.
yacht. He was on a super yacht in
Ibiza.
Ibiza playing his album for everybody. That's why he can give you your verse.
Game did say on the album, I forgot what song it was. It was the worst, encouragement bar I've ever heard in my life. He said, anything is possible. Even Drake got braids.
He said that.
You know Drake's hair grows, right?
No, the sickest shit that Game said on that album was,
Saying a billionaire can't get his hair braided.
I was in Brooklyn. Well, he said no. He said, yeah, I seen Fab outside of the La Matage. What is this? That hotel in L.A.? The La Matage? I think it's the La Matage. Whatever. He said, yeah, I saw Fab outside that shit years ago. Was gonna rob him.
Hope-
Damn, this is probably gonna fuck up our friendship.
Hope this doesn't affect our...
Game, let me tell you something. Once you reveal that you thought about robbing a nigga years later, it's probably gonna affect your
Yeah, it's
friendship.
not gonna be good.
How would you feel, though?
If you said you was gonna rob me,
Let's say you were a rapper 12 years prior to another rapper,
Mhm.
and you was in the beginning of your career, outside in his city, looking like a Mark with mad jewelry. I'm not saying Fab is Mark, but
Mhm.
you just out there.
yeah, he got
And-
money
and
right
gang-
now. He's
and-
popping.
And the
Union.
other rapper is an active gang member that isn't rapping
Yeah,
or knows
wants
you.
to hit a lick. Mhm.
Yeah, I get it. No,
I look
listen.
very robbable.
Listen.
I would still feel fine. Like,
I
we're still
get
friends. Don't rob me now.
Yeah. As long
Right now,
as long
yeah.
as you don't still view me that way, that's cool. But I understand. It's like, yo, listen, Fab was lit at the time. I was trying to get on. He was standing outside the hotel in Cali, where I'm from. I'm in the streets, heavy gang banging. He out here with all his jewelry on. Yeah, he looked like a victim.
Yeah. But I will say, once we became friends, why didn't you mention that and tell me how to look less?
We had mad conversations. since then.
less robbable in your city.
Yeah, like we had
Let you know
mad
you were
conversations.
slipping.
Yeah, like yo, remember that time back in 2005 when you was outside? Yeah, well, I was gonna rob you then. Tell me that when we like kicking it like in real life. Don't put that on the album and then let me hear that for the first time because now I'm like, wait, what?
And be like, hey, I was an active gang member and I found you very easily.
Yeah.
You should change
Like
your
you
schedule
should have
up.
tucked you should have had your security slipping, jewelry all out. I was right there behind the car, could have got you. But I think that was all in fun though. I think that, Fab is not, Fab don't care about shit like that. But yeah, the game, heart versus mind, Drillmatic in your DSPs now.
Yeah, there's joints on here, man. I
No,
don't want to
definitely
think that we're shitting on it. There's definitely ones that I like.
No, we're not shitting on it.
All 31
it's
ain't
just
it?
too
But
much music, man, and it's not. That's the gift and the curse.
I think it's an LA
of
thing.
all
now.
that music.
And I don't mean the city itself, Los Angeles. I mean that every fucking rapper, singer, period. I don't think we've ever seen a time where every single artist within the genre of rap and R&B, for the most part, has moved to one city. New York had its time, of course, when a lot of people were living here.
Atlanta,
I remember when everyone moved over there.
Miami.
But to
Texas.
have everybody in R&B and everybody in rap to live within 30 minutes of each other creates a lot of great sessions, and I do think music can be better for it because it's less emailing and shit. And it's more actual studio sessions. Like I love to see when Game and Roddy were in Hit Boy's studio and they heard the beat for the first time. Like I thought that shit was cool. But it does allow you to create too much fucking music, and it's like, oh shit, all right, I'm in with him, and I don't usually get this type of feature, so I'm keeping it. And you get these long ass fucking albums. Because you get with artists that are from LA like Ty Dolla that records 17 songs a day that all sound fire. And of course they're gonna make their rounds throughout the city, and they're gonna end up in sessions, and oh shit, you did this with Ty, let me hop on that, let me get that. I think LA is a gift and a curse for everyone being out there. Sometimes it works out beautifully for collabs we wouldn't usually get in person, but I think it also allows you to have 31 fucking records with everybody.
I think that artists need to get back to not leaning so heavy on features too. Like you can have access to a lot of artists and, you know, have relationships with a lot of artists. But I think sometimes when you creating your art, when you start sharing it and cutting it up with too many other artists, I think that it sometimes takes away from it.
Yeah. And it
is a such thing as too many features.
Oh, I completely agree.
You know what I mean? So I just think that a lot of these artists need to get back to just locking in with producers, you know, just them and the producer, and just, you know, taking their time and just putting together a project. But like I said, Rod Wave got what, 1 or 2 features on this project?
But I mean, with that LA shit, like, though, we joke about Highlight Room so much on this fucking podcast. You know how many features have existed because of Highlight Room? Because it's not so much that, hey, let's get up and like let's do something industry talk. No, we both live in LA now. Yeah. And you actually follow up with that shit, especially if it's the I don't want to say like the lower artist, but the person that's not as popular is gonna follow up more and more. Yeah. And they all end up in the same studios. And there's only so many studios in LA. Yeah. And everyone's in different rooms. Anytime you walk in a studio, it's like, oh, this person's over here, this person's over there, this person's over there. It just naturally is how humans work.
It's like a press run. Like,
yes.
Like when somebody's in LA recording, it's like, yo, and y'all in LA, yo, come through the studio. First of all, it starts off as come through and just I want you to hear the album. Yep. And so if you invite every artist that's coming through LA to come to the studio and hear your project, what's gonna happen? It's oh, yo, you got something for that? Oh, I got something for that. Let me get on that. Let me hear that. Pull that up. I like this joint. And it's like before you look up, you got 15 features on your album.
Almost every studio in LA these days is a writer's camp by accident. Yeah. Because everyone's in there. And even a lot of these forced writers camps are bringing even more records because they're not going to make the album you're working on. And then you meet that artist like, yo, engineer bounced that and now it's ours. So there's good and bad with it. I just think I see the artists that go to LA just for a week after working a year on their music, and I see the difference. It's like, we're just going to work on these 5 records. I want this specific verse, and then I'm leaving. Not let's try to create 70 records this weekend, and then I'll scatter some features of who's in East West this day.
I need people to pay attention to JID.
I think they are.
I think JID is going to be a superstar. He's an amazing talent. He put out a new video, Dance Now.
Great video.
New song, new video. I'm looking forward to this project. August 26th, I believe, is the release date. August 26th, JID. If you don't know who JID is, please get familiar. He's a super, super, super talent. One of my favorite artists. Video was dope. I don't know who directed. Did we find out who directed the video on Julian? I'm not sure who did the video. The video is amazing. But JID always has, his visuals are always crazy.
And shout out to my man Felton, who does all creative direction for Dreamville. I know he didn't direct the video, but he has a hand in everything, as well as the album cover that they revealed. I think is amazing for the Forever story. I look forward to it. I've heard a good majority of it, and it sounds really, really, really fun.
I'm looking forward to that project. The Danger Mouse and Black Thought album, Cheat Codes, really like it. I like this joint. The joint Joey Badass, I love. The joint Raekwon is hard. Saltwater with Conway. This is, one of those type of, 12 tracks. See what I'm saying? Keep it small.
38 minutes.
Keep it right. That's a good number right there. It gives people time to listen and
Where did you listen to it?
I was in the crib.
On what
I was
speaker?
chilling. I have the pill.
Okay. I listened to it in the car for the first time, and I couldn't hear Black Thought at all.
Really?
What you mean, like at all?
I could hear him, but I couldn't hear him.
Oh, it wasn't mixed well?
When I put my AirPods in, I really enjoyed it.
Well, you got the iPhone 9. I think you need to
Is that a low number now? I don't know. What are they on?
Yeah, they're letters
They're
now.
about to get to 14.
Yeah, there's letters.
But what does that have? Oh, it's back in the math.
It's like an X. Yeah, it's like
solve for X iPhone.
Yeah.
It could just be my shitty Mazda speakers. But
Don't shit on the Mazda speakers. Those good speakers.
it's from 2014.
Yeah.
What iPhone was out in 2014?
That one.
It's made for headphones. I feel like with the mixing, and then some records were mixed different. It was hard. It sounds really fucking good, but I couldn't really get into it until I had my headphones on.
Okay.
It was mixed weird. And I don't know if it was mixed purposely that way. Sometimes I like when
gritty?
samples. Sometimes I like when samples are too loud, like purposely too loud. But they were too loud. Like I couldn't even hear Black Thought on certain stuff. But I did like it overall. And I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on it, but
No, it's definitely a good project. If you haven't checked out Cheat Codes with Danger Mouse and Black Thought, download that, stream that. And if you don't like it, delete it from your fucking library like I do sometimes.
there you go.
I give a lot of artists spins. Listen to it, a lot of saying it, delete from library.
Ari Lennox Hoodie video and single came out. Second single.
Yep.
After Pressure.
Shout out to Mez, King Mez. Excuse me, Mez Hairs. I don't want to call him his old
I know
his
him as
old
King
name.
Mez.
Yeah. Shout out to Mez. He directed the video. Shout out to Ari. Dope. Another dope single. Is
Fine.
excuse me, what'd you call Ari?
Fine.
Fine?
Mhm.
Okay.
Ari's definitely very pretty. Well, I love the record. I think the record's really good.
Yeah.
I just as a fan, I just put the album out. Like I understand you.
ASAP.
Pressure did amazing. You had to work Pressure.
Number one.
You worked Pressure to the best fucking way I've seen someone slow burn a record in 2022. Like I thought that was kind of ill how they did that. Felt like the old school way to get a record to number one. I just think we need the album.
I'm with you.
And I know how difficult
But
that
when is it? Did she have a release date?
She tweeted out that the album is done.
Okay. Don't have a release date yet.
They have not announced one yet. but
Okay.
I, from my understanding, it is soon. So,
Yeah, you got
I'm
an inside
excited.
scoop, don't you?
I mean, that's my friend, but this is a podcast.
So you didn't ask her when she was releasing the album?
I wouldn't say it on here.
Oh,
I'm a fan on the podcast.
No, I know you asked her.
I'm a
I'm
fan
just
of
asking
Ari
if you asked
Lennox.
her. I know you asked. I was just asking if you asked her for the release date.
I know the release date, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
can you tell us off mic at least?
can you tell us?
Rory gets so protective of Ari. It's my friend. I would
Not playing
never
with Ari,
tell her
baby.
release date on my platform. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That was a confidential conversation we had.
Okay, you can put the voice on, but yeah.
No, I know. I know. Trust me.
100%.
Trust me, I know
I'm
how it
very
went.
protective of
Yeah,
Ari.
I get
Number
it.
two, if she told me a release date in confidentiality, if that's even a word or just a movie,
She told me the release date as well.
That's
It's okay.
good.
I
In confidence.
Got it.
no, miscongeniality. That's what I was
Congeniality,
thinking of.
I was like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, what? It's a wild game of Scrabble y'all got going on right now.
I would not say the date on here. That's
okay.
that's for them to release.
Yeah,
and
no, she'll tell her fan base her release date, Rory. It's okay.
I think she should be the one to tell.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I should be the one to break it.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that. I saw Baby D going crazy earlier, popping and dropping it. I don't know if she was listening to Traumazine,
I was.
Meg's album.
I was. Me and Baze.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I like this album more than I probably should. I'm gonna be honest. Like the production was hard. Meg was talking her shit. I understand it's not like I'm not gonna be banging this project, obviously, but I listened to it just to hear what Meg did, and she did a good job. I'm not mad at this project.
I agree.
You like it?
I agree.
How the girls responded
She
to
loves it.
I love it. The girls are responding good. I like it. She did some different things. She probably got in the studio with her man and came up with some different song concepts. She's still talking that shit, like her pussy good, her mouth good, and fuck these bitches. And I'm very supportive of it.
Pussy good, her mouth good, and fuck these bitches.
Who are the girls?
I like that. What girls? What are you talking
You
about?
said the girls. How are the girls?
Like the girls. Like
The
the girls?
the
The
people that
women.
identify
you,
as
your
girls.
demographic.
Oh,
No, I'm just
thick.
I like that Janae record a lot on there.
Oh, dick inconsistency.
I mean, that's not the line I would have went right to.
Yeah,
That's the name of the song.
No, I know, but
the
like,
name of the song is consistency.
But don't say I
The
like
name
it.
of the song is Dick. Oh, it is.
It's called consistency.
Okay.
Meg would not name
you
her
heard was
song
Dick.
Dick
And
Inconsistency.
don't let me say I like a song and then you come right after me. Like, yo,
Dick Inconsistency. And did a little rock like she was on the dick just now. You didn't see it?
Yeah.
Yo,
And
what's
on top of
wrong with
that,
her?
I've also never given consistency.
Yeah. In anything. Actually, this pod is the only thing I've done consistent in my life
Dick has never been it.
at all. But yeah, I like the album. Obviously, I'm not gonna be banging this shit much because it's Meg just talking about exactly gushy, wet.
Do you
But
think it was rushed?
No.
Nah, it doesn't sound.
I don't
rushed.
think it sounds rushed. I don't
It
mean that
doesn't sound
way.
rushed.
I think
But
they rush it
They
because
rushed the rollout. The rollout.
That's
was
what I'm saying.
off. The rollout was very off, but she put out that she was fighting with her label about releasing music and stuff. But she said I think this is her last project with them.
Oh, so she's
so
trying
I
to get
would
it out
rush
the
that
way.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's trying to get it out the
Okay,
way.
I was going to be the messy person that was like, all right, September is coming very soon, and that's when the trial is. And I would also understand if you have a trial coming, not that she's on trial, but she will be part of the trial.
Yeah, to get that out.
That let me do my fucking press now and get this shit out. But that's where I felt it was rushed, not because I saw people saying like, oh, the real facts will come out. That's why Meg's putting music. I'm like, nah, maybe she just has to go to court and wants to.
What a stretch.
But if she
Put her
owes,
album out.
1501, I think it is. If she owes them one album, and this is it, the last one, then I could see her wanting to get this out the way for sure.
How many albums does Meg have? Or projects?
Official album.
How many
she has
projects?
2. Ooh, I want to say 6.
Because Meg is one of those artists I thought was going to be the album disappear for a few years, do a feature every now and then come back artist. She's puts out music very often.
Yeah.
Let me.
She has Good News, Fever, Tina Snow, obviously.
4, 5.
So that's
6.
what, 3?
6. Wow.
Sugar.
Yeah, 6.
And that's all before. Obviously, we know she put shit out before,
You're a
but
hot girl,
with the
Demaris.
DSP stuff.
I'm starting from.
She
the
puts
very
out a
beginning.
lot of fucking music, man.
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Because for some reason I can't figure out why Meg doesn't get the support I think that a lot of other female MCs, female rappers get. And why do you think
from
that
who
is?
though?
From the fan base, from the fans, from the culture.
I think Meg had a moment where it became very cool to hate her. I remember Nikki said she had a Nikki hate train, and it was like the cool thing to hate her. The whole thing where when she got shot and stuff like that, I feel like people just kind of chose sides on her, and they let it like affect them judging her music as well. Like people who, oh, she's a liar, she's a liar, she's a liar, and then it was.
But that was mostly men that weren't listening to.
No, there
Meg
were
to begin
a
with.
lot of. There
Like
were a
where?
lot
In the
of
shade
women.
room comments or
No,
like real
there-
life?
Lipstick Alley.
Listen, I'm telling you, a lot of women. Tory Lanez has a lot of fans. There
He
were
does.
a lot
He
of
definitely
women
does.
that
Yeah.
were very anti-Meg, and very quickly it switched. Very quickly.
She had a bar on one of
They
these
were
songs
good.
addressing that whole situation. But I do know when she gets it, I don't remember the verbatim, but I do know when she gets into that Tina Snow shit, there's not a lot of female MCs that could keep up with her.
I agree.
Like when she gets into that type of like, I remember seeing the first few videos of Meg like rapping at the gas station and all that, and I was like, yo, I don't know who she is, but she's spitting.
She
And
definitely has one of the better flows. I just
even
hope
voices. I
where-
like Meg's voice, her tone.
Oh, she's great.
I like her energy. I like her confidence. Her LA Leakers freestyle. It was another freestyle she did. I can't remember which platform that was on when she killed that. And I'm just trying to figure.
well,
I'm just trying to figure out where the I guess the disconnect with the support lies.
Well, before we get right there to the point of the flow, Demaris and I were talking, and she corrected me. And again, I will never claim that I know every Meg song.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to make this a woman thing the way the internet will, because I say this about Ross too, who's one of my favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm.
It's an incredible flow.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's very much the same on a lot of records. And there's plenty of rappers that do it and rappers that I love.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of music she puts out with the minimal amount of features, which I commend, can get, it's not boring, but it's just for a full album, sometimes it can disconnect the fans a bit. I feel like.
Okay.
When it's very much the same, not even saying content, just the same flow. Just from a rhythmic point of view. For
I
your
really
ear.
hope that
And I say this about rappers I love. I think Ross does it a lot too and finds a way to not make it boring.
Yeah.
And then there's rappers that don't. That just sounds boring at this point.
I do hope that her and I hope she really gets in the studio with Party, because I've always talked about his pen and his song making ability. I think that, you know, her and Party can really get in the studio and make some really, really dope songs together. Like, I know Meg writes a lot of her shit, if not all of it, but I do think that having somebody with an ear like Party, locking in with a couple producers, I think Meg could really make it like a really, really crazy fucking album.
Can we get back to rappers actually having singers on the hooks instead of attempting to sing the hooks themselves?
Well, I think that's rappers' worst thing to
singers
do
that are like known singers, or the singers that's like, who's this girl from your hood that just got a nice voice that you use?
I miss when they used to do that.
Yeah, that was a thing. Like, you like, yo, where's she at right now? Like, what's she doing with her?
Listen,
she got a classic hook on a classic fucking rap record.
That's where you get the Tony Sunshines. That's where you get the Rels. That's where like, I'm
down for that.
I miss that.
I'm
because
down for that.
Like, for example, I'm talking about it because we were talking about Meg's album, and she has a song with Lucky Day, but
that song is hard.
Singing. Are you serious? It's horrible.
I didn't like
Mom.
the
You didn't like that song?
Oh my God, it's
Kinda-
awful.
it's kinda cheesy
because
to me.
she's singing. Megan can't sing.
Well,
She's not one of those rappers that can sing. She can't sing. You should have just let Lucky sing that. Like what she did with Jhené Aiko on Consistency.
Okay.
Jhené killed that. She sounds amazing. Meg sounds amazing on her verses. Just let's get back to, I feel like Drake and Kanye fucked everybody up, and they got all these rappers thinking that they could fucking sing. And I want it to end.
Okay.
Give the singers the hooks back.
That's fair.
No, I think that was more Wayne than anyone, because Wayne can't sing, and all his hooks when he sings sound amazing. Kanye and Drake can sing, not sing, but they can sing.
They can hit.
Wayne did his hooks singing and can't sing for shit, and it was like, this is fire.
It just amazes me when people can't sing in 2022 because you can just auto tune your fucking voice. And
I wish it was that.
It's simple. Not as easy as you think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a half an ear for fucking pitch.
Like right now, do a little no, and I'm gonna put autotune on it.
It sounds. No, I'm saying like it sounds really cheesy.
Come on.
Yo, why you be trying to turn me into like these viral moments all the time?
I'm not.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
You are a viral moment.
Just sing Consistency.
You got me. See, this is why. Why is she still here? Why is she still here?
I mean, we're talking about the album. It would be the first record that we would sing. No,
I'm not singing the hook to Consistency.
All right, we'll sing any hook because
all right, we'll sing
really
Ruby Rose.
I want to do it.
I don't know that hook.
Well, Mo, you know something. Shit, sing it so Eddin can put auto tune on.
I don't know. Let's
you were in the Harlem Boys Choir. You could actually sing without auto tune.
Exactly. See,
yeah.
I could sing for real.
Sing Love on Top.
I'm gonna sing one day. Love on Top.
Yeah, Beyonce.
Oh, sorry.
You see,
I was trying to do the bass line. I was doing the bass line for you.
No. We're not
bring the beat in.
Bring them all in.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Look at Julia.
He's a human being. If you don't bop your shoulders ahead when Love on Top comes in.
Yeah, nah, we're not doing that. Ramona Park.
So you
broke
don't,
my heart.
So no one has a theory why no one likes that came out.
No, but I'm just
that came out so long ago.
No, you know why? Because nobody is talking about this.
I talked about it when it came out. I love this album, but keep going.
I'm just want to
always here to pump Vince Staples.
I just want to put that out there. Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. Stream that album. Listen to it if you're a hip hop head. One of the best albums of the year by far.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt the initial question that you asked, as far as why does the fans not connect with Meg?
Okay.
Because I don't know. I feel like she hasn't been hated on. I know the Tory Lanez thing caused some split between, but I thought she was the fucking people's champ before that.
I thought so too.
I don't think Meg ever got hate.
It was a whole City Girls versus Hot Girls.
But Meg gets a lot of hate.
But I felt the same way about Nicki when she first started saying that, and then I realized, oh shit, all right, Nicki does get a lot of hate.
Oh yeah.
So it could be the case in this one.
But what is it though? Because it's weird. It's weird that happens. It sways from female MC to female MC. It's like, why is it?
But that's not just with female MCs. Don't do that. Because Drake was the greatest ever. Now he gets hated on nonstop. Hove was the greatest ever. Now it's mad Hove.
Who hates on Drake?
Mad people.
Everybody.
Really?
Mad people.
Where? Like online?
Twitter, even when Drake was at the peak, Drake.
I mean, I know they hated the last album because it's a dance album. I know they hated that.
No,
but
they hate
aside
Drake
from
has
that,
gotten hate forever.
Scorpion too.
Who's we?
You know why? Double album.
Well, you see, I mean, hey.
Look at you doing the math.
I'm just telling. That's what it is. Whenever it's too much music, it's just something about it that's like, yo, I'm not sitting through 30, 35 tracks. I'm just not doing it.
Y'all sat there and hated on Views too.
Who's y'all? I love that shit.
How old were you when Views came out? You were 14.
21.
You was 21?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, that was a good year.
I'm 27. I'm be 28 in September.
Oh,
okay.
a good year.
Yeah.
Well, there's only been What?
Why was that a good year?
2016. Everybody knows 2016 was the best year of all
2016
time.
was
a really good year.
It was the
Everybody knows
best
that.
year of all
Yeah.
time.
Everybody- but everybody knows
I
that,
love when
though.
people say that's the best year of all time. No, it wasn't.
Was it a good year for you?
2016, that was a good year. I had fun that year, but that wasn't the greatest year ever.
I don't know.
The
you bring up a
greatest
point.
year ever is sick. That's just crazy to call one year. Yeah, that's the greatest
In
year.
my
ever.
recollection, I don't think there's been a better year.
In 2016, get the fuck out.
2016. Like,
I feel like the
2016 was
least
fire.
amount of terrible shit happened. The best
Oh, see-
music came out.
But y'all are young, so y'all wasn't outside. In
well, yeah, I wasn't outside in
04.
'84, so no, I
04.
can't speak. To that.
I wasn't outside in 84.
Well, I
you
was
smart
14
ass.
in 04. I had 14-year-old fun in 04.
I know what you did in 2016.
What'd I do?
She licked your ass for the first time.
In 2016?
yeah.
What type of...
Oh, you was getting that. Oh, you was getting that earlier. Oh, you a nasty Irish lad. Look at you, you nasty
It was
lad.
no, it was standard in 2016.
Oh no, it was definitely. It's
That was the
definitely
go-to.
standard
That
in
was the go-to
2016 for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait, I don't know why it got silent.
Yeah, I don't know why you try to play
Wait,
me right there. I
How
love
else
that
do you
record.
listen to that record?
I tried.
I felt a bunch of ways. No, but double albums is not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. There's too much fucking music, man. It's too much. We don't need that much.
I can only think of two in rap that ever worked. All Eyes on Me and Life After Death. And maybe just Life After Death.
And the speaker box, Love Below,
But that wasn't a double album to me. That was a Big Boy album and an Andre 3000 album.
still a double.
Still
album.
a double album.
Okay, then we'll put that one there.
Yeah.
Because both sides are amazing on that.
Absolutely.
But there were still some skips.
All right, so look, man. You know, y'all been trying to get me to watch this Woodstock doc.
Yes.
And I was kind of apprehensive because I'm like, oh, Woodstock, I know the
White people.
Yeah, dirty white people running around doing drugs. I get it.
Life.
But you left out one particular thing about this doc, Rory, and I'm surprised
Limp
because
Bizkit.
you love
Red Hot Chili
the
Peppers?
melanated women.
Of course I do.
Oh,
Ananda Lewis
Who
was in the doc.
might be aging better.
Yeah, if you would have said, "Hey, Mal, look, Ananda Lewis is in this document,"
I thought
would have
Fred
watched
Durst
it.
got it done.
No. Ananda Lewis, like, are you kidding me?
Of course.
You know, I used to run home to watch Ananda Lewis.
wow.
Just to see what she was gonna wear, how her hair still looks like it smells like a vacation.
What Doja Cat was saying in that tweet is what you were doing to
Oh,
her.
absolutely. I was tugging it to Ananda. I'm joking. I was not doing that. But
It's okay if you were.
the beautiful Ananda Lewis was in the documentary Woodstock 99. Is that what it's called?
She was, I would say, one of the main people in it.
Yeah, absolutely. She looks great. But the documentary was interesting. I learned some things about Woodstock that I didn't know. One thing that I learned about Woodstock that I didn't know was white people are dirtier and crazier than I thought they were.
That's wild to think that there's something that could tell you that we're dirtier than we already are.
No.
So
that doc,
was it bathing in the porta potty mud?
oh my God.
What did it?
Bro, I knew Woodstock was wild. I knew it was, back in the day it was crazy.
Yeah.
Woodstock 99, we had videos, we had MTV back then. We saw, what was my favorite guy's name on that used to do the news? On,
Carson Daly?
No, the other guy.
Oh, the Every Hour on the Hour.
Yeah.
What is his name?
I forgot his name. Love him though.
He broke so much news in my life.
Absolutely. Yeah, you kidding me? He was our news anchor.
Yeah.
But the documentary was good though. Michael Lang, who started it, you could tell he's still on his Woodstock shit. He still look like he doesn't shower.
Well, I think he actually just recently passed. Didn't they say that at the end?
Don't
He
tell me
did.
that.
He did. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He passed like 2 months after the doc
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, Rory.
recorded.
I didn't know him personally. I think
Oh,
it's
I thought that
sad
was-
when people pass.
Oh, okay. I
No,
thought
we're
you
not.
knew.
We're not in relation.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought that was
Not
your
all
Lord
white
and Savior.
people are related.
He is not your savior.
Even
Okay.
though he's definitely not my savior.
All right. But rest in peace to Michael Lang. I
Yes.
did not know he passed away.
Well, also though, the level of I don't give a fuck that he brought from the 60s to the 90s
Carried over.
was fucking hilarious.
That was just who he was. That was his energy. He wasn't faking. That's just who he was. That's how he lived life. He was free. He wanted to just have fun. And, he didn't want to conform to society's rules.
No,
of what he had to
man.
do.
No, they
Just have
all
fun.
all right.
Throw
This
a big ass party. Everyone get drunk, get high, get dirty.
I was talking with my pops, and this was before the Woodstock documentary, of just my observation of how I think it's funny. All these fake hippies ended up turning into the corporate fucking conservative assholes that are
That they fought
of
against.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What they didn't want. Mm-hmm.
And that's who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
He was definitely man. It's like, let's do it, man. Like, let's get
Flowers,
high,
man.
man. And then in 1999, he got up there with the mayor.
Let's get paid, man.
He got up there with the government
Yeah.
and was like, everyone had an amazing time.
Yeah.
Everyone loved each other.
Except for one
think
two hooligans.
They treated that like the way the government treats the police now after we see the footage.
Mm.
It's just a few bad apples.
Yeah.
everyone's fine.
Yeah.
I love the part when the guy was backstage and he was saying how they didn't have the money, the back end to pay James Brown yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, his manager like, listen, if you don't have the money, James isn't going on. And you see James just standing there looking at from side stage, just looking at the crowd. And I'm saying to myself before, I don't remember James Brown walking off and not doing this. So I'm like, this is going to be crazy if James Brown walks away from all of these people.
Yeah.
And
Which is something he would do.
absolutely. And then he was like, James Brown is not turning this down. Like all of these fucking people, like, are you kidding me? And it was like, he hit the stage and it was like, yo, I forgot how many people were at that Woodstock.
Crazy.
That was like, see, shit like that to me, I could never go to shit like that.
Same.
I don't want to be
No.
around that many people. I don't want to be in the mix of all of that shit. That's just way too much shit going on.
But you have to understand those, like, especially at that time, I know it's kind of more of the norm because like weekend festivals are a thing. That wasn't a festival. That was like a lifestyle.
Yeah,
that was like
yeah,
a
yeah,
Burning
yeah,
Man per se. Like,
yeah.
we say we couldn't be around those people, but they were going for that very reason. And some of it may have not even been the music.
Yeah.
It was just to be in that small city for that fucking time. But as we know, you add in fucking hard drugs, alcohol, and irresponsible white people to any city, mayhem will ensue.
Yeah, absolutely.
What an equation.
Yo, that shit got so crazy when they started tearing that shit up.
Yep.
They had to barricade themselves into that fucking
The tower and all that.
Yo, I was just like, but looking back, because a lot of those people now, ironically, they work in
They're
entertainment.
parents.
Yeah, they work in entertainment, they work in film, they work in, television, whatever. That was a moment where it was like, yo, these young kids are out here and they're just like, yo, we don't give a fuck about we're having fun. We doing whatever the fuck we want to do. Do you think something like that could happen under the size of that can happen in 2022?
No.
It has in different areas.
Because that
Not one
This
thing.
size?
Coachella is big.
No, I'm saying,
Not as big as that.
festivals in that regard and bad things happen at festivals have with camera phones. I'm saying this type of shit has happened in other aspects of life.
Yeah. I mean,
Like with the camera phone, we've seen kids get super fucked up at events and things like that. It's just
I'm just
all
talking about
pocketed
that
differently.
many people. I don't think we've seen a festival. Coachella, I don't think has that many people.
How many people were at this?
I think over 200,000, no?
That's
Amongst the
bro.
weekends?
That's
Yeah. Yeah. 60,000 people.
like
he said.
that's just
Night
like
time.
come on, bro. Like that's a
crazy.
lot of fucking people.
That's a lot of trust in a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That would give me that my anxiety level would be like watching it. I was like, there's no way I would ever go to no shit like that. I could not be in the middle of that.
And there wasn't really
They were
security,
hiring
right?
kids. They was
hiring
like,
kids,
yo,
yeah.
you want a job? Like, all right, cool.
Trying
He's
to
like,
do,
what?
only
I'm 16,
5
bro.
on the
Like,
weekend.
And what's so funny is, of course, most of these people are probably parents now, which
course.
is hilarious. Or thrown right back in your face. I'm sure they've said to all their kids that posted something on the internet, like, that's there forever. Your kids are going to have to see this. Yeah, mom.
yeah.
There it
We,
is.
we saw you sucking dick on Netflix.
Damn.
But the irony in that is a lot of the kids that were at Woodstock 99, their parents were at the original Woodstock.
Sure.
So it's like, it's like, yo,
But the
listen.
cameras were only on Jimi Hendrix at the
Right.
time.
Yeah. They weren't focused on the crowd and,
Right.
and the boobs. But I did like the documentary. I thought it was interesting, but I can never be a part. I can never go to no shit with 200,000 people.
lot.
I can't do that. That's way too many fucking people.
I mean, did they start inflation? Because I used to think it was like when I would go to an NFL game and it'd be like parking would be insane and water would be $7. I didn't
Burritos are
realize
12.
that this happened in '99 at Woodstock.
Yeah, I remember this. I mean, obviously we got the doc, so we actually got
Yeah.
the in-depth details about what went on and what was going on behind the scenes and how they put everything together. But
So overall, there were about 400,000 attendees, and each ticket was about 180.
180 in 1999
It's
is,
a lot.
It's a lot.
especially when you have to buy food and
But
drinks.
that
there.
lineup kind of looked crazy.
that's a lot of fucking.
Why do you
people,
think they
man.
left out DMX in that entire thing? I was waiting by
I
the
don't
second
know,
episode.
man.
I was like, I can't wait
They
till they
left out
blame this
Ice Cube
entire
too.
thing
on X,
on X,
on the Rough Riders?
Yes.
Right.
Like, and then the Rough Riders showed up.
And you know what? I feel like the editors probably and the producers thought about like, all right, how can we angle this to just blame it on the Rough Riders?
Mm,
They didn't have enough footage.
Yeah,
probably not. You did a whole good set.
But
Also,
I mean, blaming it on Limp Bizkit was close enough, I guess.
yeah. Let
mean-
Fred Durst take the heat for DMX. Yeah.
the Heat.
Listen, man, I don't know if we'll ever see a festival the size of that Woodstock 99. I know I would never see one in person. I would never go to no shit like that. But I would love to see the new rendition of Woodstock in 2020.
It was fire.
I mean, Coachella's close enough.
How do you think Billy McFarland felt that no one went to jail over this?
Oof.
What you mean? How did he feel?
So much like, all right, Firefest was fucked up. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. Well, Firefest.
It was nothing as bad as Woodstock 99.
No, Firefest
People
was
getting
worse.
sexually assaulted, raped. Like, no one went to jail over this.
Firefest didn't happen, though. Like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But he went to jail over it.
At least they put on an event.
Yeah, they had a whole
Like, artists showed up.
thing.
People, like, performed. Like, there
yeah,
was,
if I'm Billy, I'm sitting on fucking probation going, thank God that this festival didn't happen. I saved mad lives by being terrible at my job.
I just love the fact that the idea came from one guy who just seems like he has no friends. Like, Michael Lang looked like a loner. Like,
Nah, he was
just
probably
like,
the man in the 60s, though.
Nah, he looked like he didn't fuck with nobody. He like, look, I'm gonna just have a party and whoever show up. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I wonder if he really
I'm on my own
did.
And
shit.
then everybody showed
Nah,
up.
And then
but
everybody showed up. Like,
But
it was fucking lit.
If you look at that Woodstock lineup for the first one, that shit was crazy. It was equally as crazy.
It was. But
I feel like Sly and the Family Stones performed like in the morning.
early, like 8 a.m. they were on stage. At 8, they probably was up all night too.
Oh, I'm
High
sure
as
it never
shit.
stopped. But it's just so funny. Just the irony of a festival that's completely based off peace and love was burnt to the fucking ground. It's
Yeah.
just such a beautiful metaphor for America.
Exactly.
Did they really think it was going to be peace and love in Woodstock 99?
I mean, it for the most part, it was. Everybody was having
No,
a
it
good time
wasn't.
chilling.
Hell no, it
For an
wasn't.
hour.
Yeah, that's the most part.
It was 3 days.
So there was no more food and clean
72
water.
1 out of 72 hours?
Yeah, that's the most part. Yeah, this was crazy. Like, look at that. Look how many fucking people, bro. It's just too much
The
shit.
Peace Patrol is
The
hilarious.
Peace Patrol.
Wait,
The Peace Patrol got their asses handed to them that weekend.
did they mention Aerosmith and Green Day? I feel like some artists just have really good PR and got left out of that doc. Because I was 9 when this happened, so I don't remember the lineup.
Oh no, so Aerosmith canceled.
Good for Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Good for
and
Mick.
I'm assuming
Mick
Green
Mick's
Day-
over
But no,
there and
but-
was like, yeah.
Do you not want to? I mean, I know it ended terribly, but it was one of the biggest events ever.
Yeah.
Like, so I think you
can
would-
agree with that. I mean,
You know, you want to touch the stage. Like, listen, I was there. I performed at Woodstock
Yeah.
99.
So was Vietnam.
See now, why you? Rory just always got to go so dark and we know you're depressed and you're hurting inside.
but I'm
you
saying,
don't have to-
wait, I'm the crazy one in that statement.
Yeah.
How am I?
You compared Woodstock. You
Maul
compared
took- Maul took
Woodstock to fucking Vietnam.
I'm going off what you said. Maul said just because. I mean, stuff happened, but it was like the biggest event ever, man. So it's cool.
I didn't sound like
one was a war.
that. Yeah, like
And Woodstock
It was-
wasn't.
no, Woodstock.
Not
was
a
not
Because
war.
it was
Woodstock,
one of the biggest events
Woodstock
ever.
was
doesn't-
a bunch of high and drunk kids that just decided to tear some shit up. You gonna compare that to Vietnam? Like, I'm
Wait.
the only. All right, I'm by myself. Fuck it. I know I'm always the weirdo
Okay,
in the room.
I can only describe the American side at that time just because I studied history. Vietnam was a bunch of high kids tearing shit up. They just had guns.
They just
And Charlie was on the other
side.
The they just had changes everything in that statement.
They was all, you don't think they was on heroin?
Oh, absolutely. That's where it came from. I saw American Gangster, buddy. I know where it came from.
And their drug was ecstasy.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting event. I mean, I understand what they tried to do with it, but listen, that many people, that, like you said, Rory, that's putting a lot of trust in a lot of people, and you never want to put that much trust in people.
That amount of people is insane to put that much
400,000 people?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
That's
I don't
everything
ever
for
want
that
to be a
whole
part of
with,
shit like
and you
that.
know, like, come on,
As a performer, I would love to hit the stage and see that in front of me.
that would be insane.
Yeah, like that's like, okay, I'll get that off. You know what I mean? I got that footage, those pictures forever, but
Yeah.
to be in that, no.
But
fuck
you got to be like the opposite of a hippie to be okay. That's why I think, dude, it was a sociopath, not a fucking hippie.
Michael Lang?
You know, like you're setting that up for kids to be on their own intense. You know what time it is. You know the lineup you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Those kids are gonna be high and drunk the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not dumb. You're not some old naive dude. You knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
The fact this shouldn't be a surprise of what. All right, so burning the shit down, sure. Actually, I take that back because after day 3, everything that happened, they thought, let's give everyone candles.
Yeah, that was. I don't know how the
What the fuck are you
that
talking
happened,
about,
bro.
No, they wanted to make sure everybody smelled good. You know what I mean? Light some candles, light some incense,
Yo,
peace and love. You got to have incense with peace and love. You know that.
all respect to everyone that lost people in Columbine,
Right.
but anyone with a brain would have said, I think everyone in Columbine would just like a shout out right now.
Right, like a
we don't
chill
need to give 400,000 people
Candles.
candles that are high and dehydrated.
Yeah. And what was the
High
what was the
and
what was the Budweiser beer garden beer? What was it? Beer booth. beer something.
That was just Palooza.
That was, yeah, I was about to say that was a whole nother Woodstock in itself. People didn't even go to see the performances. They just hung out by the big ass beer can that was fucking filled with helium.
Yeah, it was a brewery experience.
I just love that Puff showed up in a throwback
at Woodstock. Shit was crazy. Anana Lewis looked great. I'm gonna keep saying it. Jesus Christ, she looks good. I wish y'all would have told me she was in this. I would have watched this as soon as it came out.
Yo, the fact they threw that many bottles at Carson Daly. Like, what's funny is I did start to I agreed with the chaos in the beginning because I was like, it's Woodstock. It's the revolt culture. Fuck the corporate shit. Like, you know, we're hippies, man. Get all this fucking commercialism away from us. Get MTV away from us. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't mad at, you know, maybe a beer bottle shouldn't go at Carson said. I don't think Carson bothered nobody.
Carson, he doesn't deserve
You want to throw
that.
some plastic for recycling purposes. I don't know. Maybe you're making a statement to go green.
Yeah.
That was funny. But boy, did they take that a little further.
Did you see how much shit they had to clean up?
Mm-hmm. What do you think traffic was like?
Oh my God.
Wild.
There's probably people still there, right?
You
think people just stayed and raised their kids in Woodstock because they couldn't get out of the parking lot?
Right in the woods. This is where we're having the baby, right here. Interesting doc. If you haven't seen it, Woodstock 99 on Netflix.
Yep.
Yes.
Another doc, the Murder Inc. doc, episode 2 tonight.
Yes, we're recording this on a Monday.
Yeah.
Did we talk about episode 1? I did watch it.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. You guys
Not
did.
Drink Champs. The episode itself.
No,
I didn't watch it.
We talked about it. We talked about it last episode. So you didn't watch episode 1? You didn't see it yet?
When we talked about it, I definitely.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. No. We talk. So we'll talk about it now. How did you like it?
I loved it. I thought it was. I wish Irv didn't do that Drink Champs episode.
No. Listen. I'm on the opposite end of that.
Revered the way. Oh, of course, more people are going to watch it because of that. But I just don't want them to take away from the genius that Irv was. I actually thought they sped through a lot of shit already.
Well, how many episodes is it? Do we know how many episodes this is?
I don't know. I think when we talked to Irv, he said 3 or 4. 4-part series, I want to say. But we can look that up.
I'm not mad at it being four parts.
How long was the episode?
I think 50 minutes.
Yeah, it was good first one.
Something like that, 50 minutes. But it was a good first episode. The production was like really, really good. I love the way they produced the music underneath Irv's storytelling. And again, I understand what you're saying about him being on Drink Champs and how that may have, you know, put a bad taste in people's mouths. You don't want that to take away from the genius and the contributions that Irv has given to hip hop. But I think it's great. I think people get that side of Irv, they get the honest side of Irv and him drunk and him just, you know, making himself look like a complete fool. But then getting this documentary and seeing him get emotional about his dad passing and talking about family and his friends.
Oh, that footage of Irv giving his pops the Cadillac for Christmas.
Amazing. That's what I'm saying.
I had a little bit of a tear jerk.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why. So that's why the Drink Champs. It's okay. It's a 5-part series. Okay. But that's why that's okay because you get that side of Irv and then you get this side of Irv.
I will say the fact that I felt were very quick with a lot of stuff in the early phases and it's 5 parts makes me feel confident now.
Yeah.
How much shit do they have left? Because they skipped through all of Rockefeller and Rough Riders in one episode.
Not really. They kind of told the beginning of all of those relationships and him being in London with Jay and running around early like that. Like so they kind of touched on the beginning and how things came about. But I thought that they did a great job. I thought the production on this is amazing. I think that this is probably going to be one of the better docs that we have from the record labels, history, and things like that.
How old were you around that time when Murder Inc. was actually the group J, Ja, and X, not the imprint?
When it was supposed to be?
when it was supposed to be, rather.
That was 98?
Yes. 98.
I was 16, 17, 16.
Do you have any 16? Recollection? And I know we joke a lot. I'm actually asking a serious question.
No, I remember hearing the record. I remember the cover of the magazine, one of the most iconic covers, them face in front, then you open it up and you see them, the hands behind their back. They got weapons, bat, I think a chain and something else. That was like super dope to see that. But yeah, I remember wanting to get that album and everybody told me like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. You know, JX and Ja doing a whole joint together, a whole project. And it never happened. But that was definitely a talk of like, damn, they about to, because we got the record.
Yeah.
but we didn't, get the whole thing. But I mean, looking back, I'm kind of glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think all their careers went the way they should have.
Yeah.
And that may have pulled back. And of course, we didn't get the commission because of the obvious. But had Big lived, I don't know if I would have wanted the commission to happen.
Yeah.
In the same way with this, we got what? 3 records together plus 4 features of just one or 2 of them or whatever. Like, I think it served its purpose, but it is interesting the route they took from that. You know how we talk about 50 and Kanye with the nerd? I know I say it every time. The nerds versus the street shit and how it split.
Yeah.
I think Murder Inc., the group breaking up, is one of those moments as well, because Ja did get all that, you sound so much like X, you sound so much like X. He went full melodic. And I think that changed hip hop probably just as drastically as the nerd versus street split did as well. Like Ja took when X and J was tearing shit up just on street records. And Ja came in, I don't forget about my baby. Like, yeah, this shit changed hip hop.
But I never was one of those people that thought Ja and X sounded anything alike.
But
I never thought that.
I don't feel that way either, but you're in the minority, including DMX saying, hey, your man sounds too much like me.
Yeah, I never thought that Ja and X
But that was, even I remember that was the
If you want to say that.
That was the thing.
If Benny Vici versus Rule 336 are 2 completely different Ja rules.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and I think Rule 336 changed hip hop completely.
But I say that that's just an artist growing. I don't say that that's him trying to get away from people saying he sounds like. Now, if you want to say
I think
his image was like X, that's
his image was like Pac, to be quite honest. But if you're gonna say something,
I mean, the bandana thing, I get it, but I can see people saying that. I never thought that Ja and X sounded alike. I mean,
their tones and inflections, and even when like on Murdergram and like certain records, like when Ja would rap with a higher inflection and then drop real low on a certain bar, like that's a very X cadence. So I can see why people would feel that way, especially when they're X is the biggest rapper and Jay's the biggest rapper and Ja's like the younger dude. Like, all right, that's your man. It's like when J.R. Ryder and Cameron were together. Like, oh, he's rapping like him. They're not the same. You can tell they're different rappers, but they're similar. So I think it was genius that they did that. And I think they even showed that in the To Come episode 2 when Irv was like, there's only one other way we could change Ja. Let's make him the fucking R&B rapper.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm looking forward to episode 2 tonight. I'm definitely going to check that out. Check out the Murder Inc. doc on BET. BET did a great job. You can tell they put a lot of money behind this document. I mean, anytime you get Hov to sit down in.
Well, that's an Irv thing.
Well, yeah.
They could have no budget and that would happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think they paid Jay to come out there and talk.
No, that would have broke the budget.
By the way, I did appreciate N.O.R.E.'s honesty in this doc.
It was one thing that Irv said in the doc that I didn't like it.
What was it?
He's something to the effect of when you co-signed to a white man by a white man, that's when you know you made it. I didn't like that.
Well, he said on Drink Champs.
I didn't like that.
He went further on Drink Champs and said that the most important thing is being attacked. I suppose I see what he was trying to say, but I particularly didn't.
Yeah, that
like
was on Drink Champs. But and that was my thing. Like, Josh sitting right next to you. Like, you said that was the biggest, most important moment of his career, or the biggest moment of his career. Something. I
don't know if it was that. He was saying his new business partner. When you're co-signed to a white billionaire or something. I felt it was a little odd too. And I could even see, without watching it, I was listening. I wasn't even looking at the TV. I could feel N.O.R.E.'s pushback on it too. Yeah, I could just feel it. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I just didn't like that. But either way, the documentary, the first episode was amazing. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it. BET did a great job. Shout out to Irv. And yeah, we'll see where the rest of this doc goes.
Oh well, yeah. The thing I like that N.O.R.E. did say, since we're now
I'm not paying you more because you're like my son.
Now I feel bad since I'm complimenting a white man after that statement. N.O.R.E.'s honesty of like, yeah, I wanted to keep him as an A&R for $60,000 a year for bringing me this.
and he may have grossed what, $400 million or something like that?
At minimum.
That's sick.
No, that's fucked up.
That's crazy.
The fact that N.O.R.E. just said that with such confidence, like, why wouldn't I want to keep him on for 60 grand?
As a businessman, yeah, you would. Absolutely. Like, we understand the businessman, but it's like,
that's not good business.
That's
and I'm not
fucked up.
saying good business in the way for keeping all the money. You're not going to keep someone happy that way. So
Yeah.
it's bad business.
It is bad business. And it turned out to be bad business. But either way, Murder Inc. doc on BET. Today is National Relaxation Day. I did not know that. Had I known that, I wouldn't be here.
Same.
So y'all tricked me. Because Eddin, you're supposed to know these things. I feel like you know what National Relaxation Day is.
I'm so sorry.
I've never seen any of you plant a tree on Arbor Day.
Is that what you're supposed to do on Arbor Day?
I think
Plant
so.
trees?
Right?
Right? Yes.
Oh, no. Why does your brain retain this? What school did you go to? Because we didn't have that. They didn't teach us that.
Jersey.
Well,
I don't know what day Arbor Day is, nor do we plant a tree. I'm just
Never even
saying
heard
with
of fucking
holidays that
Arbor
y'all
Day.
keep bringing up, you don't celebrate them.
Arbor Day?
You don't celebrate Valentine's. You don't celebrate Halloween.
I
Maul
celebrate
definitely celebrates Valentine's.
I celebrate Valentine's Day.
He's
With
a
who?
loving, he's a loving guy.
Myself. I go get dark chocolate and fucking light candles in the crib.
That's
and
what you call
smoke.
them?
Yeah, come on,
You
man.
do that every day, Maul.
There you go. Never switch up. Dick and consistent. Oh, there you go. Call back.
So the way
Give me
like
5.
no, that's cool. So like the way single mothers say Jesus is their baby father, like to you, that's your Valentine's
Single baby
Day?
mothers?
Nobody says Jesus.
Jesus is my man.
Single baby mothers?
Yeah, they always say that.
They
Jesus
love getting
is
that
my
off.
man.
Yo, stop posting
So-
pictures at your baby shower without the baby father.
Why?
Why?
That's fucking stupid. That's why.
Why?
What the
It's fucking stupid.
What if he ain't
Let's
shit?
just say it. It's all right for us to say it's stupid.
Why is
How
it
is
stupid?
it stupid?
What if he ain't shit?
Matter of fact, if you don't know where your
now's
baby
a great time to say that your baby father ain't shit. Oh, now that you're pregnant.
What's
Oh.
the point of a baby shower? To get gifts. Come on. It's not to celebrate.
Baby showers to
It's to get
celebrate
gifts.
people fucking. You know how it is.
For
No,
sure.
to get
It's
gifts.
to get gifts. So if the father's definitely not around, I definitely need some gifts.
Yeah, but
We
don't-
should
we don't have
celebrate
to come
more when the
together.
father's not around.
Yeah, but we don't have to come together to celebrate. Like, yo, send them shits to my crib. Amazon the gifts to my crib.
Maul.
People do that now anyway because they don't want to carry a bunch of gifts home. They be like, yo, listen, just registry, have it delivered to the house.
And a lot of baby showers were originally just supposed to be women. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that changed.
Yeah, that got weird. Yeah, no,
They turned
we
it into
only got
open bar and
invited.
shit.
Men's only got invited to the baby showers to take the gifts home.
Right.
true.
And then somebody decided to go inside and get a plate and was like, yo, it's mad bitches in there, y'all. They was like, yo,
exactly how it
I don't
went.
know if y'all niggas know. It's a whole basement full of bitches. Like, we might want to go in there. Like,
It might have been the gay bestie that told all the straight men.
For
You
sure.
know what's going on in there?
yeah, like, it's fried chicken, baked mac and cheese, and
It's a
bitches.
it's a bunch of women with baby fever.
Absolutely.
And they're probably ovulating.
Yeah, drunk, wine flowing. You know the sangrias. Y'all love sangrias at baby showers. Jesus Christ.
Is Meg Thee Stallion allowed to play at the baby shower?
And my baby shower?
No, the baby shower that the baby father's not at. I must have not been that wet.
I'm scared to know. I was trying to find out. Yeah, just unplug that. You don't need that for the rest of the day. Don't worry about that. Yeah, but it's National Relaxation Day. So I'm gonna ask everybody here, starting with Baby D.
Why me?
What is your favorite way to relax? How do you relax? What does Baby D do when she has nothing else to do but relax? Never mind. Eddin,
Turn my room
what do you
into
I didn't write
a
down.
barber shop. But listen,
Excuse me?
Vibrator sounds like the vibrator sounds like clippers and
I've never put
nasty.
those.
She's
I've
nasty.
never put those two things
no,
together.
she's nasty.
Now
That's
I'm about
why.
to get a haircut and think of a
Yeah,
vibrator.
you gotta think about
I've
Baby
never
D
thought about that before.
flicking the bean when she's fucking in her
Flicking
fucking. She's Baby D's at home flicking the bean.
Nasty.
Yeah, this
Disgusting.
is who's here with us.
y'all
the
talk
nasty
about
woman.
beating off and all types of wild shit.
We do no such thing. Not on relaxation day. We don't touch ourselves.
Right.
That's not how we relax.
Right.
Who said that?
You're
Yo,
nasty.
I was going through TSA with a young woman
Oh.
who brings vibrators with her on her carry-on too.
Shout out to her.
Vic, first, let's stop right there. Bringing a vibrator on a carry, she should be next to Brittany Griner is where she should be. What woman has a vibrator in her carry-on?
Me.
They should be put her on the bottom bunk of
I left
Brittany
mine
and
in
let
my
Brittany's
Roots
legs
Picnic
hang
hotel
down next to her
room, and I was
fucking.
stressed out in the Roots Picnic hotel room, and I had checked. Remember, we were like, "No, I don't check out," and left my key and my vibrator in the Roots Picnic hotel room. Stressed the fuck out.
That's why we're not invited back to Philly because they're finding vibrators and shit in the room.
So I was with her going through TSA, and I knew that she had the vibrator in there, and we hear.
Oh, you're
that
an
same
accomplice.
noise.
They're gonna
For-
take
oh,
you in.
for sure.
You, her, and Brittany.
And as long as we keep the vibrator, I'm cool. That's my teammate. We hear the vibration
No, don't tell me that.
when it comes through, and they were like asking whose bag it was, and
You
we
snitched?
didn't see which bag it was yet. We just knew it was our area of bags, And thank God it ended up being my electric razor because I tapped her and I said, your vibrator is going crazy right now.
Listen,
It was my electric razor.
Did you feel like a fool knowing it was your
No, I
razor?
was relieved because I didn't want to see
a vibrator being pulled out.
just pull this out and have it just hanging like
Whose
this.
is this?
It's mine, sir.
Oof.
You took the rap?
No, it was actually my electric razor. It wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't the vibrator.
Yeah, it was just in our area of bags.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
That was smart to plant your clipper right next to the vibrator and throw it off.
There you go.
like I
good
put
guy.
my baby powder next to my cocaine and get it all through at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever works.
To answer your question, on my days of relaxation, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that y'all cannot contact me, and I cozy up in my bed and watch TV.
I deadass just notify anyways every single time when it's with
Yeah,
Demaris.
Eddin hits notify anyways. Benner hits notify
give a
anyways.
fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
I didn't even know it was a button.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can hit like
Right
it'll
on
say
there.
so and so has Do Not Disturb on, and you could put notify
Fuck them.
anyways.
Wait, you
Notify
can wait.
anyways.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Slow down. You can tell when somebody has do not disturb on.
Yeah, look at my
Yeah.
messages right now.
Yeah, that is a new thing.
Why are they doing that?
So you could put it so it doesn't show, but I
Yeah, you
definitely
can
would.
put-
Oh, okay.
But I like people to know that
Yeah,
I'm not
same.
ignoring you.
I
But I'm
appreciate
ignoring
that
you.
type of thing.
I'm just that
Yeah.
way.
Because I always wanted iPhones to do like the way away messages were with AIM. I was
Yeah.
like, why can't we do that with text messages? Like,
They do
hey,
that. Like you can say, I'm driving right now. I can't text. Like I've seen
But
people.
cars do that. Like, why can't I put an away message on my iMessage? Hey, not by my phone. I'll get back to you when I can. Because I would set that 24 hours out of the day.
Yeah, but then
7
you'll
days a
snitch
week.
on
But
your.
see, that's the thing though. People started doing that, so that's why people don't respect Do Not Disturb
And
now
that's why I
anymore.
notify
because it's
anyways.
like your phone's on Do Not Disturb at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I'm gonna keep, or if you call twice, it'll go through a second time.
Right.
I think that's disrespectful that he did that. Because I would respect your do not disturb.
Rory, I promise
Are you
don't
lying?
respect my Do Not Disturb.
You don't just. You
You
don't
are
respect
lying.
it. Do not
I've
disturb.
seen it before and I've not continued to text.
I think
Okay,
he's
maybe I
lying.
have. I don't know.
okay, I'm
What
gonna
do I
let you
know?
get that off.
Rory, how do you relax? You light this candle right
I
here.
don't.
You light this candle right here. You lay right here. Is this where you relax at?
No, because you guys have sullied up this beautiful couch. and
Sullied.
rug.
Sullied.
You guys have sullied up.
I don't even know what that means. I just know it means you ruined something.
Oh man,
This beautiful couch that I bought and this rug is now fucking ruined.
it looks great.
I just did a cleaning service for
you can tell
next
it's been
week.
some asses in these couches.
Do you never not relax? I know I did like
I'm
triple
always- yeah, I'm always-
negatives there.
Yeah, I'm always relaxed.
How
but
do you not relax is what I'd like to know.
How do I not relax?
Because I know how you relax.
how do you
That's your
turn up?
life.
How do I turn up?
Yeah.
Just answer my phone for family. It's always some drama.
Some apple juice.
Oh my god,
Same.
that's when it's gonna be lit. You see one of your cousins you ain't talked to in a while text you, you like, let me see what's going on. Yo, what's good? Yo, auntie got gout. This nigga got
Damn.
stabbed. I'm like, yo, all right, you know what? I'll talk to you. I'll talk to y'all niggas
Gout
later,
is
man.
crazy.
Yeah, it's just like don't text me this shit, man. Leave me alone, man.
Like creating the bath is my relaxation.
That makes
and then once I get in the bath, I'm like, well, time to get out.
Oh, that's kind of like heroin addicts. They like cooking it up. That's the whole
I was
high.
gonna say with actually cooking
And
is the
then they
same
sh-
thing too. I
and
don't
then
even
it-
really care for the meal. It's just making it, and then it tastes good. I'm like, yes.
Cooking is a way I relax too. And Rory,
Yeah.
I think you too.
Oh, yeah,
Man,
cooking
it's
for
very
sure.
relaxing.
Cleaning, I like cleaning too.
Mhm.
That's a relaxation for me.
Not
but-
to say you don't get bitches. It's all good.
I don't.
I like cleaning. I like cooking. Okay.
I don't.
This guy got neutered.
Or I don't believe in gender roles. You misogynistic pig.
Right.
I do.
I do too.
Barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. I love it.
When are you gonna spray your DNA in somebody, man?
I don't know.
Oh
I'm
my
thinking-
God.
Rice, Rory.
I'm gonna find an ovulating woman this weekend and roll the dice
On Friday, stage 48. We in there.
That's just wrong. We shouldn't say that. Where are we going next? I'm sorry. We get
Trump.
clean this up. Trump. What about Trump? What happened?
Don't clean any up.
What happened with Trump?
The nuclear codes.
Oh, that's what he stole.
He has them.
Yeah. He got the codes, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, in his defense,
Yeah. Go ahead.
If-
He's trying to defend us. Like in his defense, he's trying to defend America.
no, he's not.
You
In
think
his
he's trying to
defense,
kill
though,
us?
if I were to steal anything from the White House, it
I'm
would
still
be-
in the codes.
I take the codes.
1,000%.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still in the codes.
This won't be the last you see of me.
I'll have the last say. Watch and see.
Some evil villain shit.
If you
for
force
real.
me out of the White House and I'm like, oh, I got elected. Yeah, I'm taking the codes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe he didn't want Sleepy Joe to have the codes.
Sleep.
Joe don't know where them codes is at.
He don't have Joe don't know what's going on. Like, I get it, man. But come on. Do y'all ever just look at Joe Biden? Like, that's one of my favorite things is just watch
I
him.
don't.
Like, he's
watch him and be like, he's old.
He is completely clueless. He don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, at all. He has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And we're in the, that's what I had to tell you about. Do y'all know that they keep changing the meaning of the word recession?
Yes.
Did y'all know that?
Recession is gender at this point.
Why didn't you tell me this? That is that's not crazy to
Because
y'all?
I don't want to talk politics with you. Because I think everyone's crazy.
No, but that's not funny to you. That like, look what they're doing. They're changing the word recession so that we don't realize and know that we're currently in a recession right now.
Definitely.
That's not crazy to y'all?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's scary. It's crazy
surprised.
and scary. Like, yo, dog, they're changing the definition of a word so that people don't feel like we're in it.
I don't know if it was Biden's actual verified Twitter account or someone attached to it or the one that writes for it put out like his accomplishments thus far with his term. And it really said gas prices on there. This is where I just gave up on just like everything. I'm like, y'all really are just playing in our faces.
Yeah, they are. They're having a great time.
Because you know whatever team we're on will champion whatever you say.
Listen, man, gotta love America. God bless America. Was reading that Adrian Broner was supposed to fight this weekend, but he's pulled out of the fight, and he is blaming mental health as not blaming, but he's saying that mental health is the reason why. So the report says, "Man, I'm going through a lot at this moment in my life, but I ain't gonna give up. I set some more goals, and I ain't stopping until I finish what I started. But sorry to say this, but I'm not fighting August 20th. I guess was he supposed to fight the 20th." Yeah, man. Prayers to Adrian Broner. I hope he's okay. If he's saying mental health.
Like a lot of you guys, I don't use mental health as a buffet. If that's what he says, then I respect it.
I believe him. If he's saying his mental health is the reason why he won't fight this weekend, you have to be mentally sharp to step in the ring and fight. So
I will also say, though, at the height of his career, when he was knocking people out, he did do an interview, and they said, "Hey, you go to the club a lot, and you visibly get drunk on camera a lot."
Mm-hmm.
And his response was, "Yeah, but I jog home from the club, though."
Yeah. Focused, sharp, razor sharp. But anyway, hopefully he gets his mental health right and he gets back in the ring soon. I was looking forward to that fight this weekend, but
who was it with? I didn't even know Broner was fighting.
I forgot. I just wanted to see Adrian fight. I'm rooting for him. I like Adrian Broner, but it is what it is.
Do you?
Yeah, I like Adrian Broner.
I don't know him as a person, so I can't.
No, not as a person. I'm talking about as a fighter. I don't like any.
Well, no, I think he was
people.
You don't like nobody, Mom.
No.
Well, I don't know who you know. You might may have been to fucking dinner with AB Mad Times.
No, I haven't never been to dinner with AB.
Both ABs.
Antonio Brown?
No.
I don't know.
Antonio Brown I would go to dinner with though. Absolutely. Put that shit on. What's that shit, Baby D? Put that shit on. That shit hard. Put that shit on.
They need to add the DJ drop to the record because that's what made the hook.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Adrian Broner as a fighter for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 fights. And then he became who he is now. And we're only talking about fighting. So
yeah.
I don't know him personally.
Y'all like each other?
Do we what?
Y'all like each other?
Who? Me and Adrian Broner?
No, you and Rory.
Do we like each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird question.
Answer for them.
Yeah, why is that?
No, I'm asking. Like, yeah, that's what she means. Yeah.
Well, let me ask. Do you like me?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I like him too. I don't know. I wouldn't take him on a date or nothing like that, but I like him.
I'm glad I take him.
He's not, I mean, he's not my type in that way.
I wouldn't like hold hands with him.
What do you mean?
It's just not my type.
What's your type?
A
friend.
Oh, you're saying friend.
Sorry.
Because, I mean, I'm into hips, but his are just, I don't think I can handle it.
Thank you so much.
He's just not my type in that regard.
This is the new Rory and Mal.
That shit is crazy that y'all just keep talking about.
Rory, thank you so much.
What the fuck is up with y'all on my hips?
Listen, man, I know what I'm capable of, and those hips just,
they don't lie.
It's just a lot.
Listen, man. What's going on?
I just wouldn't want to disappoint him. That's all.
I don't even give a fuck what you're doing for the rest of the week. Listen, man, this has been another episode of the new Rory and Mal podcast. We are going on tour. I have a lot of live shows coming up. September 18th, we are in Chicago.
Yes.
I would ask Eddin to pull up the rest of the dates, but it doesn't matter. Tickets available now at NOREandMal.com.
That's where the dates are at.
NOREandMal.com. And you can just put it right here and boom.
Right there.
Tour
boom.
dates. Bow. Right there.
Video.
Put it right there. Woo. There you go.
On the YouTube.
September 18th, Chicago. September 23rd, Washington, D.C. October 2nd, Charlotte. November 5th, London, November 13th. Atlanta, November 19th. Dallas, November 20th. Rory's favorite hometown. Houston, Texas. December 9th, Seattle. December 11th, where Rory's ancestors are from, Portland, Oregon. December 18th, where Rory was born at, Boston, Massachusetts. We'll be... Get your tickets now, and Rory's entire family will follow us on the road. Come out, meet Rory's family in Boston, Portland, Seattle, and anywhere else where the Quakers are from.
All right, number one. Are there Irish people in Portland?
I'm sure. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
There probably is.
There's some Portland potatoes.
Unfortunately, I have no family in Boston.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
That's nuts.
Are you kidding me?
Well, no, let me look at my 23andMe.
Yeah,
I'm sure if I look at my 23andMe.
You have plenty of cousins that's coming out to Boston.
I
at the
wish I was
Wilbur.
born in Boston.
Yeah, at the Wilbur. Rory's family
I think
be at
I
the
would have been a
Wilbur.
really good Bostonian. I got the face for it.
Yeah, you got the
Nice
face
and
for it.
racist.
Absolutely.
I definitely like a Wilbur.
Absolutely. Tickets available at NewRoryAndMal.com. Get them now. We'll see y'all on the road.
Can I make the same jokes about Mall in Atlanta or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I got family in Atlanta.
Definitely
for sure.
Charlotte too.
Yeah, definitely got.
Oh,
definitely
what?
got-
Charlotte?
Oh, God.
You know
They're
every
down
drug
there.
dealer from Harlem
North
moved to
Carolina.
Charlotte.
Absolutely. Ducking those indictments. I know where
Yeah.
y'all at. I know where y'all hiding.
Half of North Carolina is just uptown.
It's New
Absolutely.
York, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So yeah, get your tickets now or not. Fuck us. It is what it is. It is what it is. Fuck it. If you don't want to come see us, don't come see us. We'll be there anyway.
DM me, I'll tell you guys what
God,
hotel the
look at
guys
this
that's
one.
staying
Yeah,
at.
DM her.
Look at this
If you pay me
hottie.
enough.
No, where we're staying at, right? No, where you staying?
Nah, I ain't
Yeah,
staying
nah,
trying to-
yeah.
What do we know about Southside Music Hall in Dallas?
I don't know. What do we know about that?
It's just,
It's in
I
the
don't know.
South
Southside
Side?
makes me nervous no matter what.
I mean, that's what Lloyd wanted you to meet him at. So it seems like a pretty,
No, that was you in Atlanta with your family.
that was definitely me in Atlanta. No, we're at Center Stage in Atlanta. Southside Music Hall, Dallas. Okay.
What
You know, Irv surprised her at that video set too.
Brought her some flowers.
Didn't even know you were coming. Oh, Irv, wasn't expecting you.
Y'all are sick.
Yo, listen, man, we getting out of here, dog. We'll talk to y'all this week. Have fun. Be safe. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
No